right, welcome everybody. We're watching the WBCA Beacon City 2024 9-ball championships, and this is the Elite 10-ball Scotch doubles on the A side, fourth round. We've got Clay BELVOIR and RUSHTON versus CHAO and Justin Lee. And I've got Ed Caulfield in the booth with me to help commentate. How you doing, Ed?
I'm doing well. How's everybody doing out there in the pool world?
Pull up the chat over here as well. So keep an eye on that.
This should be a really good match. Both these teams are excellent. Oh, scratches right off the place.
So it was a nice break until it got kissed. So many times that happens. And, you know, some of these elite Scotch matches, this is a 1250 cap between two players. So the average, can be 625. It can be pretty tough on these bar boxes. One mistake a lot of times leads to the loss of the rack. So as I found out yesterday, Dan Louie and I were partnered up, and we had a match with Eric Sawyer and Kerry Brower, and it went 4 break and runs right off the bat. We broke and ran, they broke and ran, we broke and ran, they broke and ran. And I was like, okay, whoever blinks first is going to lose. That's kind of how this thing goes. But let's see what Shu Chang and Justin can get done here off the scratch on break. Oh, Justin just hits the point side pocket.
I was a little surprised that Su Chang, with ball in hand, left him that long going down the other way down the rail. Might have been a little easier to pop the one and bring the cue ball out so he plays the two in the same corner.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, 2 there. You did get set up on that 3 ball pretty nicely. If it doesn't. Oh wait.
Yeah, that match yesterday, I was there watching you and Dan play Eric and Kerry. That was a great match. Both teams played exceptionally well. I don't think anybody really made any mistakes. There was a safety that leaked, which I can't even call it.
Yeah.
That's not really a mistake. It's just the ball traveled a little far. And,
yeah.
You guys both teams played exceptionally well.
Yeah, I had a couple misses. Myself, I missed a combo on the 9 that I definitely should have made, and so stuff like that cost us a couple racks. But Shu Chang and Justin getting really favorable roll off that missed shot from Justin, and then end up getting ball in hand. That is a rare thing.
2 in a row. This looks like it's pretty open. He's just going to come off of the short rail and give him a shot at the 4 ball, 5 balls easy. I mean, honestly, looking at the table from here, the only problem I could even manufacture would be the 7 to the 8. I mean,
yeah, that's not an issue.
No, it's not. That would be the only thing you could even consider might be,
And one thing Shu Chang is very good at is getting on the correct side of each ball on every shot. You'll see him making sure, and sometimes he will take those extra rails to make sure that he's on the correct side for his partner to have the right angle on the ball.
Yeah.
Nice shot from Justin.
Yeah, Su Chang has really been playing strong lately. I actually played him at the Seattle Open in my last match, and he played exceptionally well.
Yeah, and in that Seattle Open, he actually went hill with Lucas Varner.
Yeah, I saw that.
780 something Fargo, and he had the chance to beat him 7-4 or 7-5 or something like that. Shu Chang made the 9 ball, incredible cut. Cue ball goes 4 rails and just barely scratches, and he would have won the set.
That's crazy.
And
Su Chang really, his game has really come on strong in the last couple of months. I mean, he was good before, but he really got much better.
There we go. We got your commentator badge up there. We had to make sure to find a picture of you put in there.
There's no such thing as a good picture.
Well, when it's holy smokes, Shu Chang, we're just singing his praises, and that was, it wasn't off by much.
That wasn't Su Chang shooting.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was Shu Chang. Like I say, maybe we gave him the commentator
Commentator's
curse.
curse.
It must have been us. That could not have been his fault. I mean, I think we should take full responsibility for that one. Why don't you go over there and apologize?
I'll wait till after the match.
Right. So, boy, what a roller coaster rack for both of these teams. Clay coming up a little far. No problem for Melissa. Fine.
Yeah, she made the Northwest Cup this year. I saw. That's awesome.
And deservingly so.
Absolutely.
Melissa RUSHTON has been a force to be reckoned with for many years. Very strong player.
Yes.
Exciting to see her play for Team Washington this year.
Yeah, it was quite the squad we got together for Team Washington this year. I look forward to that.
It looks like we don't have a ton of viewers yet, so if you guys can share, the ones that are watching, if you guys could just hit that share button and copy that link, maybe put it out on your Facebook pages. I'm going to do the same as well on my end. See if we can get a little more of an audience. I know it's Monday morning, or well, feels like morning, but you know, I mean, how many people can really be watching the pool on Monday early afternoon? You know?
1 o'clock on a Monday. Only those of us slackers are able to.
Those of us that work remotely.
Exactly.
Right? We'll say work remotely in quotations.
My boss actually knows I'm here.
So let me just hit that share button on my end.
Fortunately, that game was playing Melissa's break, so while it sucks for CHAO and Lee, they've got a chance to keep it on serve with this one.
So I thought that I had to.
Nothing goes, but not much doing on the one. I look probably for a safety for the 6 ball.
I tried to go that's why I got in.
I guess the ball did go.
But
Looks like the 3 ball went. I'm still playing a safety.
Me too. Get that distance. Use the 6 as a stopper, maybe. I kind of thought he was going to.
Ooh, yeah.
A couple errors from Xu Cheng early in this match, and they are not as sharp as they were last night. Last night, Xu Cheng and Justin played an amazing set against a very strong team. Playing against last night, my brain is feeling foggy,
His also a 4 quarters. Sean and Julian, table 72.
oh yeah, they played Jack Kiske and Chad Rasmussen, very strong team. Who's still in this tournament on this morning. Good thriller. But it was an incredible match. They almost missed no shots in the entire set.
That's good.
Maybe no missed balls, but just a little bit of misposition here and there, but no missed shots. Right? It was a very clean set from the duo.
Nice shape there by Melissa. Getting in pretty much straight. Just broke down to the 4 ball. On that shot on the one, I'm really surprised that Xu Cheng didn't just roll the cue ball behind the 6-4. I know sometimes you want to get separation. That's why you hit it the way you did, but I'm a firm believer in that great is the enemy of good sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask him after the match what was going on in your mind. I do that sometimes after the match. I'll pull up a replay and say, what were you thinking there? I mean, because we weren't sure, you know, not to be rude or anything, just out of curiosity.
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I know you had a plan.
Oh, yeah. A player of that caliber is definitely going to have a plan for that shot.
And I was wondering if the 4 plays. Now I know that it does. Just drawing back here.
Yeah.
Getting a nice little angle on the 6. She should be able to do that, except she's got a little angle on the floor, so it shouldn't be too difficult to execute this.
Table 58,
Anything but straight in.
Morgan and
Yeah. And like a little bit of an angle. So,
it's a 4-4 race. Table 58, Morgan Joe and Frank Blazon. Table 58.
Wow. She got into that one a little bit hard. This is first match for both of these guys today. Yeah, so they're still working out the bugs.
get that back arm loose. I'm amazed at how many excellent female shooters we have in the Northwest. There's just a bunch of them shoot exceptionally strong. That was a nice speed shot. Gave Suchan just enough angle to come up. I think he's probably going to split between the 8 and 10. He could go forward or draw out. From what it looks like from here, I may be off because of the angle of the camera, but I think he can go right between the 8 and 10.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a little
You don't have
inside.
much fence to finish. You always just that front. You know, when I went over there, I was falling asleep on my way over there. I got up at 3 o'clock. I worked all day. And that drive.
Maybe just a stun draw here so he gets underneath the 10.
Get out.
Yep, just like that. A little bit too hot on that.
I only
I'd
got
like to have been able to play that in the corner. But you can still play it into the side pocket.
Third match on table 58. Randy Harris and Zach Zager. Table 58, Randy goes to 3, Zach goes to 4.
But it blends, but it's like, and then, yeah, no, I was gonna start on the,
That was a nice shot.
Yeah, well done.
like 7 o'clock or 10
A little bit of distance here.
Did Justin play at Ox like Suchang does quite a bit?
Justin lives in Vancouver, BC,
Oh, okay.
Richmond, right outside Vancouver, BC. So he plays out of Q1 and the Metro.
Oh, okay.
So Q1's got the 9-footers, and Metro has the 7-foot ones.
Ooh, a little close to his work.
Justin's favorite game is one pocket.
One of those guys.
You know, so he likes the strategy stuff.
I'm sorry.
I've just recently started playing one pocket.
Table 73,
I'm terrible at it.
Dustin Fox. Table 73.
This shot, you just got to kind of trust yourself because your eyes play tricks on you. The balls are that close to you.
It's very close, and he wants to just double check and triple check to make sure he's got that line right. I favor Shu Cheng to make this ball.
I do as well.
We just got to watch that cue ball. It's potential to scratch.
You got to touch it inside on this, it almost virtually takes the scratch away.
It looks like he's going just straight to the bottom.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I mean, did he hit that at like a gazillion miles an hour or what? Jeez. If he had hit that softer, it would have
Oh,
scratched.
yeah, it scratches for sure.
It's because he hit it so hard that it rattled the corner pocket. Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever seen Shu Cheng hit a ball that
I
hard.
haven't either, not even on the break.
I mean, that must have been paper thin. But that 10 ball fired into the side,
Oh, yeah.
so he could have hit that at half the speed. It still goes. But, maybe that's, early nerves, early match nerves. But they got it done there.
All that counts is that they got the win.
She returned.
Like I said, I tend to hit that one a little slower with legs. And I touch it inside so that corner pocket does come out of play. So we are tied at 1-1. We are on serve. Melissa Rushton is breaking. Got 2 balls on the break. Oh, the cue ball avoids the scratch.
The table is signed for Morgan and
I
Frank.
don't see an offensive shot here. There's a combo.
Morgan and Frank.
There's the
61.
float the 1 into the 2 softly and maybe hold it for the 1 ball.
Yeah, I mean, he could play the combo. I mean, he could play the 1-2 combo because, yeah, you're going to move that cue ball 3 rails around, and there's a nice open area. So, I mean, if you like this shot and you don't think that's too hard, the cue ball does naturally come right this way and straight around. If you can get, and you have a nice open area, and if you hit it right, the 1 should stay right around where that side pocket is. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's all dependent if they want to play offensive. How you feeling this early in the morning? You said they're just getting started. They haven't played yet today.
Yeah, but the safety doesn't look super easy to me here.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer in if the shot and the safety are equal difficulty, go for the shot.
Exactly. And I think that the safety might be more difficult than the shot. It's not that the shot is the more difficult part, it's just making sure that you get a shape on the 1 after you make the 2.
And you got 2 choices. You either float it really soft and hope it holds there, or like you said, go 3 rails and open it over the table.
And that is what he's doing. No, it's not.
Playing a safe.
So he did go with the safety option, and Clay sees it nicely. I didn't see that because, you're literally bringing that 1 right in between those balls. If you hit one of those balls, you could be done for.
Yeah.
And so, but Clay's a very experienced player and comfortable with that, confident that he's going to be able to make that gap.
Yeah, he's been shooting really well as a player too. I know he performed well in Spokane. I see a 1 rail kick here.
Okay, new match for 9 ball. This is Jose Chavez and Paulina McKenna, table 37. Jose goes to 6, Paulina goes to 2, table 37. On table 38, Zach Knott and Brent Bosch. Zach goes to 6, Brent goes to 2.
How about that
table
weather out there on the
38.
beach today, man? It's like, it's still a little crisp.
McKenna and Michael Murphy.
Nice kick shot. I don't think he called it 2.
Table 39.
I think he's going to
So he's going to get it back and go ahead and kick again.
Yeah, it's pretty good mark. I think it's about 70. It is muggy as could be.
Yeah, very humid. So Shu Chang taking off his jacket. I think he got heated after that last. He got heated up, already. Someone racked through and he's taking the jacket off and said, "Man."
No, he instantly started sweating when that cue ball was hit towards that corner
I
pocket.
think so. Well, plus he had the missed shot earlier, that scratch earlier. That heats you up a few degrees, The competition, it gets your blood pumping and that warms up your body.
We go 2 rails. I think, did he call it into the corner?
I would assume he would call it somewhere, just in case. Probably, I think, corner was logical. It didn't turn out too badly. However, they're going to come back to the table, most likely frozen to the back of that 4 ball if Melissa does what I think she's going to do, is just send that 1 off the side rail and move the cue ball right to the back of the 4. And this is a shot that most players that are familiar with the game are very comfortable with, can execute it at a fairly high percentage.
All about your cue balls.
No, she's going
the other way. That was,
way.
yeah, that was
Interesting. Maybe she just didn't have the right angle, but it looked like she could have kind of manufactured the right angle to get to the back of the 4. So.
Match on table
It's tough
41.
from the camera angle sometimes. You can't see some things, right? I think you're right. I think the better part about your
Simonson.
Well, it looked like the shortest path, sort of the path of least resistance. You didn't have very far to travel. But I do like the distance too, especially on a 9 foot.
Yeah.
Distance is your best friend. The set table up there different. Snooker versus the distance.
Yes.
And that's the most crucial part.
Yeah, you're not going to get away with it. But you underdo that by about 10 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the 3 ball in the middle of the table, not the 5 ball? Okay.
Yeah, that's the 3.
Oh, okay. I thought he was shooting the 4 next.
3 balls here, and 4 ball is right there.
Still looking for Sheila Tran, table 74. Sheila Tran, table
It's got a
74.
slight angle, so it's going to settle. Good. Should be.
Does he play for the 6 to shoot past the 10 ball, or does he try to draw back and take it to the side pocket?
Depends. If he has just a slight angle, he might go cheat the pocket a little bit and just come down, play the 6 in the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. 6 in the bottom left. He did not get CHAO the best angle, right? He wants to be on the other side of that 6, but it wasn't really possible from where he was left to do that. So now Shu Chang's going to have to probably go into the 7. I'm guessing either that or he's going to try to split the gap between the 10-7 and then play the 7 up table in the top right. Whatever you feel is kind of the higher percentage there. I have no doubt Shu Chang will probably pick the best one.
Yes, he's going to choose what's best for him and his team.
I like bumping the 7.
Yeah, I don't mind bumping that as long as you're in good speed and you run towards the corner.
Exactly. If you're bumping it towards a pocket, you're usually okay if you get it at the right speed. And speed is the critical part.
It'll work. You can play this into the side pocket and do some channels straight on the 8, or you can try it in the corner.
So observation already, my early observation, Shu Chang is shooting harder than he normally does. He's putting more pace on the ball and he's not getting them as crisp and clean. So I think that's one of the things, competition does to you.
Yes,
You
the
get
nerves get there.
Yeah, your heart rate gets firing and sometimes.
Oh, as soon as he hit it, I thought he was going to leave it hanging. That's a tough one.
He had to slow roll that too. There's no other option but to slow roll the ball there.
He stood up a little bit there at the end of his stroke as well, which doesn't help things. I think they're a little frustrated with themselves right now, but they'll shake it off. There's a lot of pool left to be played. Nice shit there by Clay. Got just enough angle to put a little draw on this and slide it right down the table. Pretty much nice shot on the 10.
All right.
Perfect.
So I turned up our mic so that's
Doing match on table 69.
low, so I just
Nikki
turned the
Thomas and
volume.
Buddy. That's
I can
a
actually turn
4-4 race, Nikki and Buddy, table 69.
Blow your eardrums out there.
That's good.
How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
Got to keep the fans happy.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you guys hearing us at home? Does it sound okay? The audio quality good? Or you need us to turn it up, or turn it down, or turn it off? Let us know.
This EvoSports is just amazing, Patrick. It's cool what you've got going on here.
Oh, thank you. Well, this man right here on your screen right now, that is the mastermind behind the invention and the creation of EvoSports. It started as EvoSports in Canada, and Justin's sort of pet project from a few years ago. And when he decided he wanted to expand the business, he partnered up with myself and Colin Sue to build EvoSports. We changed the name. We built it as a U.S. LLC and expanded fairly rapidly over the last year.
Outstanding.
We're in 14 venues in 2 continents, 3 countries.
Outstanding.
So we're in Oregon, Washington, Vancouver, BC, Manitoba, Canada, and Taiwan.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Nothing in up there in Tacoma area yet?
Yeah, we have Tacoma at in Lakewood at the penalty box.
Okay, you guys are all right.
Yeah. Yeah, the challenge there is they put us on the table that's sort of right by the front door. It's not the people's favorite table to be on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to the people over there and see if maybe we can move our equipment over to maybe one of the back tables.
Yes,
where
I would say I think it's
we're more
9 or
friendly.
10 or yeah.
Yeah,
Those are your better ones. Well, that and you don't have the glare of the sun as well.
exactly. I don't like the sunlight. Sunlight,
Yeah.
they're not best friends, right? Okay, so back to the action here. I wonder if he's going to play this 3-ball right now. He's going to go all safety.
Looks like he's playing safe. Trying to thin
Yeah.
the left edge. Yeah, he's got a lot of blockers in there. That turned out phenomenally.
Yeah.
Sherwood and Hill to table 1. Sherwood and Hill. to table
Okay,
1.
so let's draw it up for Clay so he knows how to play this, because he's going to need us to really help him out here. Right? Clay needs the help. No. So to get to that angle, you see how I had to move that? Like, it naturally wants to go this way. So
Yep.
you've got to put some right spin
Yes.
on this ball, or I'm sorry, left spin.
No.
So right spin would shorten it up right here. It'd be interesting. Yeah, he's going a little bit of left.
He called the 7. He wants to come to
Oh, you
3
got
rail.
the hits.
Wow.
Oh, and look at this, the resave. Unbelievable shot for the Clay BELVOIR right there.
It's a good thing the 7 didn't go that he called, because I would. He's happy about that, but
Well, had it come into the 7, he wouldn't be as bad as he is
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, this is going to be tricky because Justin's got to put a ton of left to get this thing to come back. Right spin to get it to come back into this one ball.
get it
That's
good.
a
Get it real good.
4-3 race. Michael goes to 4.
Unfortunately, sells out an opportunity, but this rack is no easy.
Yeah, the 610 is muddy.
Yeah, that's your real big problem, is the 610. So if you can, you'd like to try to find a way to break it out, and maybe on your transition from the 2 to the 3, you might have an opportunity to come into that 610. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Get on as straight as you can and put some inside and come up the rail.
And you're probably going to have a look at the 3-ball if when you do that shot.
Yes.
See, he's not in the best position on this 1 to get the angle on the 2 to get that breakout on the 6.
And
So,
Sheila Tran
see what
to table
happens.
74. You're on the clock.
because that's definitely not
Sheila
happening.
Tran, please
He
get to
can try to
74.
force it with a whole lot of that. Just, it's not the smart shot.
And Melissa at the table now. And Clay left her dead straight really on this 2-ball, which is really the worst place to be.
Yeah.
Because you can't really do much. And Clay's probably going to just tell her, hey, just leave me where it is right now, and do the heavy lift.
Yeah.
Don't try to go rail first and put a ton of spin.
That's when you rattle it. Maybe sit.
Okay, so she
She
did
got
have
a-
a slight angle.
And
Okay.
she got a lot more out of that.
Yeah, very nice. Shout out to Melissa. Okay, here's where the rubber meets the road. We're getting down to the 3, 4, 5, and you got to figure out that 6-ball. We're going to clear the 3, 4, 5 and have nothing on the 6. You're going to be in a bad spot.
Yeah, the only thing you can do at that point is if it gets almost straight on the 5, drop back and then just play a safe where you hit the 6 and stick the cue ball to the 10 ball. That's about your only option if they don't get it kicked out.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Oh, rattles the 3, so it's going to be Justin and Chu Cheng that can figure out this 6-ball. Yeah, I was looking at the safety you're talking about, and to be in that spot, you really need to be right where the 9-ball is, right? You want your cue ball right here.
Yeah, ultimately.
That's the best position to play that safety you're talking about, because you can't really play it that well from here
No.
or here, right? So the 9-ball is in the perfect spot of where you want the cue ball to be to play that safety. So it just amplifies the complexity. And Chu Cheng might be taking a stab at it here. Nope. Yeah, thought he might be thinking about doing a rail first spin move, and neither team seems to be too concerned about that
No, they
6
don't.
ball.
I think Su Chang would like another 8 inches or so for shape on this 4 ball, but still making a shot. Coming off the short rail towards the 5.
Yeah, they're having a player conference over there. Justin's shot.
Is he trying to back cut this into the left corner?
I'm not sure, but they came up with something crafty when they were there. They were scheming over there. So it looked like, I think Chu Chang was giving him the roadmap, saying, "I think this is going to be our best bet." They agreed, and Justin executed it perfectly.
Absolutely, that's a great safety.
Cue ball on the rail. Notice that's the a little bit of that one pocket knowledge. Always leaving that cue ball
Yes.
on the bottom rail.
And getting the other ball not in the jaws, but closer to that pocket so that they've got something to work with. And actually, if they can get ball in hand from here, they could break that 6.
So trying to go one rail into it and misses it. Doesn't get a rail after the contact. And now we're going to see Shu Chang CHAO. And what is he going to do? He's going to look for the foul number 2. He's going to park this cue ball right here.
Try to lock right in on both of them. If you can get them touching, it's perfect.
And if you could maybe bump the 6 just a little bit to loosen it up, then you've opened up the rack. You get power 10s, easy out. That's where he's putting the ball.
He hit it perfect.
Look at that.
What a shot.
And now he didn't really bump the 6 enough, so this is probably going to put him on 2.
Yes.
Yeah, this will be, if they foul here, it would be 2. Although Clay's shooting and the floor is right by the pocket, he's going to go 2 rails into it, measuring, doing the mirror system to measure where he wants to hit on that rail.
The 5 is a little wonky now, too. How did he hit that? And he's going to get safe. Oh, is it going to scratch?
It is. That's going to be foul number 2.
Puts him on 2.
Okay. And Justin lets him know you're on 2. Clay nods and says, "Yeah, I unfortunately know that.
How many can you complicate at once?
I understand you have to tell me." So Dan and I had a game last night where they were on 2, but I couldn't get the third safety to work, and I left him a pretty open look at the ball. So I didn't bother telling him you're on 2. He hits the ball, makes it, and comes clear down and almost scratches. And I thought, God, if he would have scratched, it wouldn't have been a loss because I didn't say you're on 2. I said, even if you leave him a wide open look, still tell him you're on 2 because something crazy can happen.
I think about how many times we've been trying to do something and we just goose it a little too hard and it goes 2 rails and do.
Oh, look at this.
Yes.
Get it? I don't think that's going to work. He needed to get it right that 5 ball. Good try from Justin.
Just a touch hard, but as we said, if you try to thin the edge of this and go 2 rails into the corner. Not that I've ever done that about 500 times.
I'm pretty sure she's doing this move here. She's going to try to find that spot right where Justin had left him a couple shots ago. Maybe she didn't have enough of the edge of that ball to be able to do that.
And the 3 foul starts over 0.
Nope. Players might
That was a great try by her.
steady.
Yeah, because we could have gotten snugged up to that 5 ball. Good opportunity to get on 3.
Now we're a little ugly.
And this rack's been ugly for a while. And still, shot number 12, inning number 12, and that 6 and 10 or haven't moved at all.
I wonder if he's looking at maybe juicing this up with a lot of low right and trying to draw into the 6. Play 4-ball bank.
That's aggressive. Shu Chang doesn't play very much, unless he's very sure. He typically doesn't take shots that he's not really confident with, unless it's there, there's just no other option.
Yeah.
But here, I think he's got other options.
He called the bank.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
you can
the
see
bank
him-
is good because it gets you shape on the
Yeah,
fly.
because he can just stop and keep walking.
There's really no great safety here.
No, not without risk of going to
Computers somewhere watching. And then they have all the referees.
I think Su Chang puts a lot of practice in. Maybe he's got a cot there upstairs where he sleeps.
Yeah, the Shu Chang plays out of Ox Billiards and out of the Golden Fleece. You'll see him on the EvoSports streams all the time in those Wednesday and Sunday tournaments of the Golden Fleece.
So he's putting top right on this shot.
And he got, look at this.
Wow.
Look at that. I mean, is this guy for real? I mean, he's very fortunate that he didn't make that shot.
Exactly. Because his buddy would not be happy right now.
No, it's tough to get out of that one. But it's like a two-way that was worked out perfect. But if it worked out as a one-way, it would have been terrible. All goes in, you're done for.
You got to call it anyways, because if it goes, they're going to give it back to you.
Clay's like, haven't I just played this shot? Isn't this almost exactly what he had like a couple turns ago? It's like Groundhog's Day over here.
Oh,
Okay,
he
so
missed
he
it.
misses
Oh, is he
it,
going
and he
to open
breaks
the
out
6? Yes, he did.
Yes, and he knows it too. It's like,
What a strategic battle.
yeah. Now the 5 is still, a little bit difficult. It's still not an easy out. You've got to get from the 4 to the 5, and then hold for the window to get the 6, right? So that means you have to be right there. You can't have a huge angle on this 5 ball, because then you wouldn't be able to catch the window for the 6. So not easy at all, even with ball in hand and only 5 balls left. It is not automatic, far from it. Let's see what Justin likes. He pointed to the area where he wants that cue ball, which is right about here. Let's see if he can catch that. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be a little. Yeah, so Shu Chang now is going to have to go back and forth
Yes.
with the cue ball.
Yeah, you can't hold it with this much angle. You have to go.
And when you look at the piece of pie, I always put it like a piece of pie, right? You've got, this is your window of shape, right?
Yep.
So that's not too bad. You get in that wedge for the 6 ball, and you're good, right? Get in somewhere in that piece of pie, should be all right.
Yeah, he's going to have to go over and back. I just don't think he can hold it.
If you bring the cue ball back down farther, that piece of pie is bigger,
Yes.
right? So you can take that longer shot of the 6 and have a wider range of getting in there. This is going to
So
be.
he went 3 times and got it. I think he's good. He is
Yeah, he sure is. Shu Chang likes pie.
good. He might even be able to use the 10 ball to hold for a shot on the 9. Play the 6 off the rail into the 10. Because I can't see how far from the side pocket that 9 ball is, so he's going to have to be fairly straight.
Yeah, I like coming in with 10.
I'd like to hear
From here, from the camera view, it looks like that's the play, but it doesn't look like he's doing that. It looks like he's using top to go around.
Great shot. Great shot.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
So it must be a lot closer to the side pocket than we thought. It just
Yeah, it's really it doesn't play this.
no. Touch it. Yep. How to get that perfect.
Well, That's a good out, man. A really fun rack to watch because you had a little bit of everything. You had
Absolutely.
a potential for a 3 foul. You had a lot of great safety, some escapes, and then the ball in hand with a difficult situation, and they navigated through it perfectly. So that's a big confidence builder, I think, for Justin Lee and Shucheng CHAO, tying this score, 3-9. This is the A side, so both of these teams are guaranteed a minimum of 5th, 6th place, which is in the money. But they're not looking for that. I think both of them are looking for that
They want that cheese.
#1 prize, and we got some big money in this elite scotch. This might be one of the biggest prize pools that I've seen. I think that the first place prize is somewhere around 3,500.
That's a nice payday.
And then the Calcutta pays around 2,600 for first. So
Outstanding.
you've got over $6,000, maybe close to $7,000 for the winner of this tournament. If they, and Shu Chang and Justin bought their Calcutta, so they bought their own
Nice.
Calcutta, so they're 100% invested.
It's funny. I have bought players in Calcutta's tournaments that I've played in, and it just feels weird to me because it's like I may have to play this person that I just spent a bunch of money on to buy, and you're torn. I want to beat them, but so. So I rarely.
Great break from Melissa.
Really good break. And look at that shape for the one. That's great.
Yeah, that was the pop and stop, right? Where she just got that, that hop,
Yep.
hop and stop, right?
Just past the side pockets.
Yeah. When you hit it good. Cue ball just hops up and stops down in the center of the table, and you get a couple of balls in, and those breaks always feel really good. And I think it's a common strategy to have the stronger player of the Scotch double team to not break.
Yes.
Because the first shot is more difficult. Typically, more goes into it.
Yes.
You want your stronger player at the first of the table. As long as your lower rated player can break well, and Melissa certainly can do that.
Absolutely.
So,
I think she might be hooked there by the edge of the 7. She does not look like she didn't jump down on it ready to fire.
yeah, she's really looking. Yeah, you're right. That does not look like it goes. So she's hit it about there is what it kind of looks like.
Try to play a safe, because it doesn't look like she's trying to bend to the ball. So that worked out.
That worked out real good. Oh, thank you. And that worked out real nice. Justin Lee at the table now. Looking at what's the best kick? Justin does jump, but I think that he's one of these players that prefers the kicks over the jumps.
It's good to be able to do both well. I personally jump better than I kick. I don't kick poorly, but I think I jump much better.
And look at
Look at
that. Great result from Justin. Got rewarded for a good hit and bringing up Clay Belvoir to get out of another safety. It seems like every time he's at the table, he's fighting to
Kicking
even
something.
see he's kicking in a ball. So a shout out to Clay Belvoir. What a fantastic job that Clay and team did for the Hall of Fame ceremony this year. It was unbelievable. And Clay was up there on the podium and gave some great speeches and dressed up in a suit and tie, looked fantastic, looked like $1 million. And, just huge appreciation, shout out of appreciation to Clay Belvoir for putting in all of the work and time. Also, Chris Robbins for putting together that video that they played during the Hall of Fame ceremony. Raw Hannah for getting the streaming going and miking everybody up. So that's unfortunate there. And he's going to get maybe, are they going to go for another foul here, or do you go for the foul? Let's see here. Shu Cheng looking right away like he's going to go for the foul here.
He didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
He grabbed that cue ball.
Yeah, because, this is questionable, I think. because you're letting them back to the table. You don't have to let them back to the table. I do think the run out is there. You know, it's kind of like, hey, we've been needling them with all of these safeties for so long. And let's not let
Yes.
that. Let's just keep that punishment of safeties going and keep them off balance, so that when they do have an open opportunity, it's harder to execute, right?
Yeah. And there is a lot of value in that. If you get a player because now their back arm's getting rusty, they're not.
It's frustrating, man.
Oh,
Every
absolutely.
time you come to the table, you're behind a ball. Every time, it's like, God, give me a break.
Yeah, mentally it's a struggle, and it is hard to overcome that sometimes.
How many times? And then you get out of 5 in a row safeties, and then you finally get an open look, and you can't hit a straight in ball because you're so used to just kicking 3 rails to get a hit. It's just,
So you have to go one rail here because that 6 ball right in the way. She hit it good.
that is why I did not favor the safety, because they get a hit, and now you're way worse off than you were a minute ago.
Absolutely.
You had a much better opportunity running up table with ball in hand than you do with this.
Yeah, and unless
Anytime you let somebody back to the table.
unless the 2 ball didn't go into the corner clean. Me personally, I look for the run out much faster than I do a 3 foul.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the table as open as it is.
Well, I know that players at this level and the elite level can get out of most safeties, and when they get out of that safety, what's to say that they go in hand and run up the table instead?
And you look where they're at now. Going to be shooting the 3.
I brought in a
Oh, you're
commentator.
We're gonna do it. We found a hike we're gonna go do.
Oh, good. All right. Well, it's good
Always a
seeing you.
pleasure. I don't know what I'm seeing next, but shit.
I'm sure it'll be here or there.
Vegas, at the very least. You doing Vegas this year?
I don't know.
No.
We'll find out. See ya.
Yeah, I think the 10 ball actually going to get in shape on this 4 ball from here.
Okay. Aaron Moss coming over to ref the shot.
I think the 3 ball does go, but like I said, I think the 10 balls are going to get in his way and check coming back on the 4. Where had he gone when they had ball in hand on the 2, the 3 ball was wide open. Loading up with a lot of top. Trying to push through it.
Yeah. Aaron Moss there, closely watching the hit. That was close.
What did they say? What did they say?
It's a good hit. No foul.
Aaron's a super great guy. One of the nicest guys around.
It was very, very close to call that one, and a very difficult one to call. But tie goes to the runner. You always have to say when you're a ref. The refs don't watch it in slow motion, right? They don't video it and watch it back over and over in slow motion like the NFL would do. So they
10
make
minutes.
they make the best call that they can at the time, and if it looks super close, they're always going to give it to the shooter.
That was a really nice shot.
Yeah, coming into that 10 like that.
Killed the cue ball like that. He hit that really straight. And I think he's got just enough angle that he can go for this cue ball. Using the EvoSports drone so we get all angles. Oh, nice little stun out.
Yeah, great shot. And I'll tell you what, Shu Chang and Justin get in gear. Look out.
He's gonna. Oh,
You like that? And he did not get enough out of it, though. Right idea.
yeah. But actually, you might be able to back up. I can't really tell from this angle.
You were going to put draw.
No, I
No?
actually would have put top right.
Oh, that's what he did. Yeah,
It just did.
2 rails. Like
Yeah. As you know, since we play on a 9-footer, a lot of times I struggle with the speed on these tables, so I'm used to overrunning my shape.
Yep.
So I could see why he ran a little short, because he was concerned about getting too much on it. But that shot there, you really can't overhit it.
Right. You can certainly underhit it, and that's what he's done, leaving Shu Cheng the back cut on the 8, and the cue ball is going to go. It looks like the cue ball is going to go into the rail before the 10 and could potentially go rail 10 ball scratch, right? The pinball its way down there, so you have to be very careful.
And I actually hit the shot with a touch of outside because the spin helps carry the ball into the pocket.
Overcuts it. That's what he wanted. He wanted to overcut that ball so that he missed the 10, right? But he overcut it by too much.
That's tough because that's the second rack that they should have been out on. But we've all done it. I mean, there's not a pool player on the planet who hasn't underhit a ball before and let himself stop.
Do you know how many times that I talk to people after their match, we race to 7, and they say, "Oh, well, we gave them 4 games with just a 2 ball out or a 1 ball out."
Absolutely.
Like, that's 10 ball. That's 9 ball.
Any rotation game.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I've been playing it. I play a lot at my house with various players, and I've been, in a race to 9, I've given them a 3 ball out 3 times. It's like you can't beat anybody giving a 3 ball out to people,
right?
How you doing?
Well, they're still on serve after the games that we have had. They still have not broken serve. It's crazy.
I got it up to 26 live viewers. Thank you guys for sharing. It's a playlist inside of the channel. So when you go into the channel, EvoSports Streaming on YouTube, go to the channel, tap on playlists, and you'll find a playlist specifically for the WBCA 9-ball 2024 event. All of the live stream matches are going to be there. The ones that are live now will be listed right at the top of the screen, so it'll be nice and easy for you to see what's on right now. All week long, we'll be streaming 6 tables.
That's incredible, Patrick. That's just so neat to see that stuff going on. We got a safety break here. Nothing went down, but nothing to look at.
Safety break. Which push out do you like here? You might not actually. There is a possibility to do a kick and stick instead of the push out. You don't see it too often, but when the player is, like somebody like Clay, very confident that he can get a full hit on this 1 ball, he might go for the push. He might go for the kick and stick here. So you've got lots of balls to hide behind and a lot of room to move that 1 down table.
Okay,
Call the side just in case.
This is a 9-ball lead. On table 43, Jesse McCullough and Team Derek, that's a 4-4 race. Jesse and Tim, table 43.
Yeah, it didn't work out. He had a high percentage chance of that working out in his favor,
And Bob
getting a
Robbins,
good
Bob
result.
and Rick.
So I do agree with the decision to do that versus push out.
Oh,
On
absolutely.
table 45, Larry Brampton, Dylan
Agree in that
Hutchinson,
We had enough
Dylan
of the
and
one to
Larry,
see
table
off the
45.
bat. It's easy.
That's a 4-4 race.
I personally, if I have any chance of hitting
West,
the ball,
Rochelle goes to 4, and Dylan Vogel goes to 3. Dylan and West, table 46.
Oh, Ching leaves him the window, leaves Melissa the window, and he can't believe it. He's like, how in the world did I come in between the 2-4 without touching either one of them?
if he touches either one, he's locked at that.
Well, I think if he hits the 2, he probably doesn't get safe. But yeah, I mean, it's just so bizarre that he would be able to go through those and get right over there.
This is another 9-ball
Melissa
lead.
just about makes the one.
Getting a touch there.
And And this will be an interesting shot for Clay to see how he gets from the 1 to the 2. What's your path here, Ed? What are you drawing up for this one?
It looks like it's closer to the left side of the pocket there. I actually hit this one really thin with top left and try to bring the cue ball straight down the table.
Thin, like right there?
Yep.
And then bring this cue ball,
Yep, straight down.
maybe kind of might go like that.
Yes.
And
The reason that I like this is that if I overhit it, I've got a lot of room. If I underhit it, I just got to get past the side pocket. Wow. Okay, well, he liked the draw shot.
yeah, but now, sorry, that wasn't Clay. That was Justin. Yeah, sorry guys, I was commentating the wrong person, but a good attempt. I think that the reason he chose that is that it was so deep into the pocket. To hit that thin part would have just kind of killed the cue ball off the plate like it does.
Yeah.
You get that wacky angle coming off the point into the pocket. So Shu Cheng now having to kick.
He got a lot of draw out of that ball. If he hadn't hit the 9, he might have come off of it and had a better shot at it too. Great kick.
Yeah, it's unfortunately
He's going to freeze it up on the rail.
Ooh. Direction it was going. I thought he was going to get a fortunate roll. I mean, I thought it was going to be kind of a sellout, but it's going all the way to the rail.
The play is probably going to bag this. Oh, you went for the save. That'll work.
Smart play. Like it.
What I like seeing at players at this level, and we just witnessed it there, Clay didn't go for the bank. He's keeping his head. He's not getting frustrated. He's not panicking or going with crazy flyer shots that he doesn't need to.
Oh, look at this. He's called the side.
2 rails.
2 rails to the side. Yeah. Oh, I think that's pretty good.
That looks pretty good. I don't think he's, I mean, unless that 8 ball's a lot thinner.
He might be able to come out like this
Yeah.
at it, but that's about it, I think.
Good shot.
Yeah, that was. I think that was Justin.
Was it
Yeah,
Justin?
Yeah, I think that was Justin that pulled that one off.
They both obviously shoot well.
Yeah, Justin's like 590 something.
Okay.
Shu Cheng is right around the 650 speed. So these guys are like 10 points under the cap. So definitely one of the, I would say one of the favorite teams. If you were to say there is favorite in Scotch doubles.
She must be able to bend this just enough around the tape to catch the edge. Yeah, unfortunately, not much to shape the stick out there.
And this has been really good safety battle pool that we've seen so far, both teams. But it seems like overall, Lee and CHAO have been winning the safety battles and getting the first golden looks. It's just the difference in the score is just the missed execution towards the end of a couple of rounds.
Yep.
But as far as the safety battles and getting those first opportunities to get something going, those have been going to Justin and Shu Cheng.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we had a missed 10 ball and we had the overshot in the last rack. So yeah, this could very easily be a much wider spread. But
Justin calling the bank, kind of playing that as a 2-way, didn't get either way. Came out as a 0-way.
right now he's looking how to get it in the side pocket and then get back down here to shape on. I wonder if he's going to hit this with a whole bunch of inside and try to check back off the rail straight back down. He should be playing a safety as well. He's got to be on the side of the table that he's on now. With the cue ball to be on that 3. Loaded up and inside. I went with the safe.
Oh, I like this.
Nice shot.
I like this a
wow.
lot. And
Great shot.
it lines up for a great place to not only if you can get the ball in hand foul here, the ball in hand, it lines up real nicely for another one right after it's tied to a ball. So I favor Justin to hit this
I
probably
think so, too.
3 rails even.
Yeah.
Come in behind the 2 so you can get that kick and stick.
Oh,
Just missed it. So that's gonna. So is that 2 or is that 1? Help me out here.
that was one.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're going to be on to here in a second.
Yeah, I think he's going to be putting on 2. The challenge is getting the 2 ball all the way to a rail. If you're hitting it this way, like Melissa is,
Yep.
To get the 2 ball to travel that much distance and hold it.
All right, players, the Platinum
Very
7
common
chain
mistake
spread
here is to hit it too
is
soft and not
online.
get around. But your cue ball hits a rail. That's what you got to do.
Is
Cue ball
online.
bounces off that rail and comes out too far. It's not
Dustin
easy.
Yeah,
Marsh,
this is a touchy safety.
Sam
The
Moore,
biggest reason is where that 9
74,
was.
that's a 4-4
If
race.
they had a little more
Dustin
runway,
and Sam,
they could just hit
274.
the 2 up towards the 9 and go into that 4. But
Yeah.
if they don't get it right, then they just sold it. They won't get the freeze. But I actually favor Melissa to play a lock-up safety on this. I think she's going to hit it with a little bit, just a touch of draw, and pull it right next to the 4 ball.
She did come back to the rail. Oh,
She went for the make. Ooh. I'm
Yeah, it's
kind of surprised about that.
It feels like that was one of those where it was not. I'm not going to say she didn't commit, but it's like, do you commit 100% to the safe, or do you commit 100% to the shot and the lead?
Tried to play a 2-way and didn't commit 100%.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. Kind of feels like was a 2-way that didn't have the commit on one side of it.
Yeah, she's definitely skilled enough. She could have locked him right onto the backside of that 4 ball.
I think so. He's got to look at this too. It's a 7. No, he didn't.
Oh, did he call it?
Hits it. Yeah, he plays the safe. So they're going to get it back, but this is not terrible. It's not terrible option. Clay's going to
Clay is coming to the table. He looks like he's shooting. He didn't even slow down.
Table 58
Oh.
is Zach Ziegler and Fred Joseph. That's a 4-4 race. Table
Kind of feeling it
58.
out here and see what it feels like.
See if he can bend it enough around the 7.
Like I said on your screen, make sure to support the sponsors this event: Litman Lights, Fort Worth Billiards, Joe's Glass, Hawks Billiards, Chinook Winds Casino and Resort. Diamond, there we go. Diamond Village. I know it's going to pop up here to say I know I'm forgetting one. Nice hit. Yeah. He knew giving it back was risky. That was tough for Clay to give back because it was risky that Justin gets a good hit and makes the ball or gets a save.
It's going to lose it worse than it was.
Clay didn't really like giving that back because it was a pretty easy hit. Didn't really know, but he weighed the odds of getting a kind of a lucky save out of it. Probably seemed a little bit best option was to give it back.
Get this and try to go 5 to 7.
No, it worked.
No, sold that one straight. This might be where that frustration starts to build up that we've been talking about with all the safety play. And as we've said, that neither one of them have really gotten to get out and stretch their legs. They've got the 3 wins, but they've been like 1 and 2 ball outs.
They've been grinding too
Yeah.
the whole time, and they're only a third of the way there.
Yeah, and they've not, like I said, they've not gotten 5 or 6 ball runs going on because they just haven't had the opportunity.
So a little touchy here. Get shape on this purple 4 down by the 9.
Yeah, nice shot. Come right up past the 8. Boy, he hit that super well.
Shoot CHAO.
I don't think he could have hit that any better.
Yeah, that was money. I would say about Xu Chang, every time I see him, every time I look up his Fargo, it's a higher number.
Yeah,
For the last year and a half that I've known him, I'm not kidding, every single time I punch his name in Fargo, it's higher than it was.
Yeah.
before.
yeah, he's really come on strong.
617, 623, 627, 633. You know,
Yeah.
now he's a 650. Just always going up. And, it's incredible.
And a super nice guy as well on top of that.
100%. 100%.
I noticed when I was playing him in Seattle, his safety play was very strong. He had me jumping and kicking about half of the match.
Yeah, because he's not only a good execution player, he's very smart.
Yes.
He's a very smart player.
I was hoping to break him of the habit. The first rack he played a safe on me, and I jumped and I drilled the 4 in and I ran out. I went up 1-0. I thought, well, maybe he won't try that crap again. Nope, he just locked me on the ball after that. So there was no jump available.
Yeah, he's going to tighten it up.
Yep.
Instead of,
It was like,
instead of
well.
backing off, he's going to double down on you.
And he did. He did it well.
Yeah. He said, oh, I got to play better safety instead. Okay.
And he, like I said, he was locking me up and stuff.
So getting from the 8 to the 9, not easy at this angle. It's definitely on the incorrect side of the ball.
Yeah, your concern is obviously hitting it, goosing it too much and you're behind the 10 ball, and now
I do not like running into the 9 here
No.
because it's just
I try not to run into balls unless I have no choice. Boy, he hit that one
unless you
perfect.
run into the
Oh
10
my
ball,
God.
if you're Justin Lee and you could do that, he flashes the peace sign over here. He's like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. He hit that one.
I'll take that highlight reel, give him some cash.
And then, of course, Su Chang leaves him in terrible shape for this 10 ball. After that, really,
That was a great shot on the 8 ball.
that was
from
beautiful.
Justin. That was no easy shot. You know, he had to come into the 10. There was
Yeah.
no other way around it.
Absolutely.
Perfect. He comes past the 10, he's stuck. He comes too early, he hits the 9 and probably gets stuck. Man, couldn't have hit that any better.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
Is that my water there?
I believe it's not mine.
Check, check.
We need a next time. We need a mini fridge down here.
There we go.
So,
Yeah.
you know, have our beverages, non-alcoholic, of course. You know.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. On. Bringing your own.
Oh, yeah,
alcohol
especially
into the
here,
casino
yeah.
It's kind of a bad idea.
They don't like that.
Yeah, no, we don't. Totally joking. If anybody's
Yeah.
out there,
Feel free to come by and check the booth. There's no booze here.
do a cell search. It's not under the mattress.
So it looks like they're taking a little bit of a break here. Maybe some restroom.
Yeah, player break. So I'm gonna take my headset off, take a break as well.
I'm going to do the same.
We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, it's fun to commentate with you, man. It was enjoy it.
I really enjoy commentating.
Yeah, you do. And you do such a good job. Now you hear that all the time. You've got a perfect voice for it.
Is it okay if I leave my keys here?
Yeah.
I'm going to let downstairs.
This is key storage for commentators. So yes.
Are you playing in the teams or just the singles?
Just singles. I'm not going to be on the team.
I came just for teams. Or Eric asked me to take it. Casey for Carrie. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll go for teams, but I let's see what's wrong.
Oh,
And I eat.
what kind of phone is it?
Yeah. And it's just
Oh, yeah. I got you. It's not a major problem. I thought every cord got to be Cosmic Magic. Hang on a second.
You like that meatball?
Dude, that was beautiful.
I got a one.
You gave me the cash register. You gave me the cash register.
Cha-ching.
Commander on table 71, Juan Bernard and Julian Wilkins. That's a 4-4 race on table 71.
No, the iPhone. When you use an iPhone, Patrick, you should know what iPhone chargers look like. I'll chastise it, don't worry.
Okay. I just have a power bank here. Are you leading the match right now? Oh, you? Are you hanging out nearby? Well, why don't you take this power bank, just bring it back. Go ahead and use this. Just bring it back when it gets the charge.
Oh,
It's going to charge. Yeah, take that battery. Yeah. No problem. Just make sure we bring it back. It takes a little longer to Yeah, sometimes when the phones get old, they don't really that percentage is Yeah, give it a good half hour. Give it a good half hour and then bring it back. Patrick. You're welcome. Penny, nice to meet you. Okay.
That or just take a break?
Huh?
Ed,
Yeah.
it just take a break or that?
Yeah, he smokes it. He smokes.
Oh,
He'll be back.
no legging at all, right?
It's perfect. All right, looks like we're getting back into the action. My co-commentator, Ed Caulfield, taking a little bit of a smoke break, so we'll be back in the booth shortly. All right, we're all tied up at 3-3. Race to 6, basically. And Alyssa Rushton didn't get the same pop on it that she did on her previous break. So it might be a dry break, and it is. That's going to give the first opportunity at the table to CHAO. And he is going to have to split between. It looks like he's going to bring that cue ball between the 8 and 9 and back out a little bit. This is a little touchy. Touchy. Yep, gets it good. Nice shot. It was okay to hit a ball on the way back out, but you didn't want to hit one of those balls on the way in to that rail. It probably wouldn't have worked out too well. Another nice thing about this is the 3 is right down there on the rail, and the 4 is by the side pocket, so certainly some opportunity to get going here. Gave Shu Chang a nice little angle on the 3 to get back up to the 4. The 10 ball plays real big here, right in the center of the table. And Xu Cheng has to decide exactly how to hit this to get into that
On table 4, the cards.
space, probably past
McKenna
10.
And Brad Crenshaw. Brad goes to 5, Ed goes to 3. That's not right.
You hit it with a little extra juice, and
Yes,
that's
it is.
probably
Brad
a
goes to
good
5,
idea
Ed
because he
goes
wants to
3,
make sure that
table
he's on
40.
that side of the 4. Anywhere down there, except in the pocket, was a good lead on the 4. Allowing Justin to pocket 4 and float down for the 5. I say float down, but he may not float this just because the 7 is there, and if he comes into the 7, he's not going to have the best angle on the 5. He might decide to hit this with a bit of low on the cue ball and a little more pace. We'll see what he decides to do. He is floating in the 7. He's going to be treetop over the 7 ball. Xu Cheng is. And I do not want any part of this shot at all. In a long distance, and you're jacked way up to the top of that tower. And I got Ed Caulfield back in the booth. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, this is not a fun shot.
And I think Xu Cheng might be playing it safe here because of the difficulty level of pocket ball. Safety route, trying to
Put it up behind that 8 ball.
put the 5. Yeah, I'm not sure if he was going for the safe there. Maybe he wasn't. It was just an incredibly difficult shot.
No, anytime you're treetop, the shot becomes 10 times harder.
Yeah.
It's worse than shooting off the rail.
Yeah, because you're shooting into the slate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about deflection.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh. Nothing but.
Yeah, you're hitting the ball into the slate of the
Table
table.
74. Julian Osmond, that's a 4-4
He's removing that rack there. This is no picnic getting to the 6 because he's got to play the 6. A different pocket than the one that's sitting in front of the 7. Probably going to load this up with a lot of right spin.
Oh, my right. Looks like I was doing it. You have to watch the scratch here.
Yep. And I think that
Might have been in his
yeah,
mind.
that was in his mind for sure.
42. Benji Gilmore.
I played in a tournament with Sean Lewis a couple of years ago, and I had a similar shot, and I scratched to the side. And then a couple racks later, I did the same thing, I scratched to the side. Sean looked at me and said, when he stopped realizing that's a scratch shot and go another route. He beat me pretty badly in that event.
It sounds like something Sean would say.
Yeah, Sean's very,
He keeps it real.
yeah,
He doesn't mess around.
great guy. But yeah, he was right, and he was right on. It's like, how often are you going to do that? Are you learning?
I love watching Sean Lewis play. You know who he reminds me of? The pro player that he reminds me of is Albert Oshman.
Yes.
Because, oh,
Ooh, tried to juice it a little too much.
yeah. And it's all about getting the shape on the 6 has caused problems for both of these teams.
And to be honest, getting shape on the 6 here is not easy.
Unless you want to play for the 6-7 combo,
Yeah.
that's easy. The shape is easy. The shot is not too difficult if you're nice and close and fairly straight. So that may be what he chooses. But I think that, or I think that Melissa may choose to go to the other side of the 6.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times you end up underneath it.
Oh, wow. And it's, yeah, I think they actually can see the whole ball. Now, I can't see the angle. Maybe the 6 goes by the 7.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. And I'll bet you. Well, I'm not going to bet you anything, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be setting it for the combo.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to try to take anything risky to try to get to the other side of 6. Just set Justin up for the combo, get him as easy as possible. And he does. Look at this. He does get to the other side of the 6. You know, he makes that look so easy. It was not that easy.
No, that's a very tough shot because if your speed isn't right, you've now put him in no man's land. He's going to real nice easy. Just roll this in just like that.
And now what do you do with 8? Look for the 8-9 combo. They did everything possible to avoid the 6-7 combo. The 8-9 is probably not as avoidable.
I think it's actually an easier combo though because the balls are a little closer together.
Right. Of course, if the balls are closer together, it makes it much easier to gauge. And it does look like that's what Xu Chang is lining him up for.
You don't want to get him to it as straight as you can so that he can control the 8 ball when he shoots the combo. I was trying to get up underneath it.
Ooh, don't know about that. I don't know. Do you think he was really trying to get underneath that 8 ball? So
I think as hard as he hit it, I think he was. If not, he could have just floated that and left him 3 feet away.
It seemed incredibly risky to just do that instead of.
Yeah, I think he's playing the safety now, which is smart.
Get it.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get underneath it, or he would have hit it softer. Because Xu Chang's cue ball control is usually pretty good, and he didn't need to get it.
Look at this. You got players from both tables with their backsides right on the rails of your table.
Sitting right on it.
That's how close the tables are, you guys. It's like you have a shot on the side rail, you're resting your ass on the other table.
Unfortunately, think about guys like James DeVee.
I know.
As tall as he is.
His ass is in the middle of the
Yeah.
table next to him. Yeah.
God, I watched him one time. He had a cue ball was in the middle of the table, and he put his knee up on the table so he could jump. And he almost covered the whole table. And that's just incredible.
It looks ridiculous.
Is he gonna hold? Gonna hold? It looks like he did get the save.
Well played shot from Clay.
Very good speed control. Now, personally, if it's blocked, I'm jumping this ball.
Well, I think you can see an edge of it. Just not in his pocket. So.
So he's going to go across corner. Yep. We got to get that cue ball out of the way. He's loaded up with a lot of left spin.
Yeah, and that's going to bring the cue ball into the 9, I believe, off 2 rails, probably.
Medium Casey, I don't want to blast. Figures if he misses, he's going to leave.
He could be getting safe, and
I think they go on the rail first, but this is no good.
yeah, maybe rail first, but I think based on this angle that she's going to have to elevate and swerve it in, and you can't do that
Nope,
when
not
it's
from
way
this
out
distance,
that
yeah.
far on the table. So I don't know that play is.
Nope, she's going to go one rail.
That shot's in play. Yeah, she's going to go one rail. So good safety from Xu Chang. Perfect ball speed.
Very nice two-way shot. How'd
Oh,
she
look at
get
that.
Wow. Yeah, she did pretty well there.
And now Xu Chang is going to be looking to lock this cue to the back of the 9, I assume. Justin, excuse me.
He might be going for the cut. I don't know. I'm going for the save just because of how the way the game's been going. Nice.
It's hard to tell. Got the angle to the edge of the ball. I'm not sure. Play just waiting for the traffic to clear again.
It's definitely tight quarters in here.
You know, when they were talking about like the problems with slow play at these tournaments because they end up going so long, and how do you get people to stop slow playing? So they were talking about, well, what about a shot clock? We like that. Okay, so tell me how that's going to work. you can't get to the table. You can't take your shot because you're waiting for this guy, and then you're waiting for the guy over there, and you're waiting for the other person over there. It's like you've used up 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you get a free extension?
Free extension,
Do you not
yeah.
start the clock until you're actually,
At the table.
down on your shot? So there's no way that they can. I don't understand how that could work.
With as tight quarters, it's not possible. I think that it would be nice to see if they had like a main table that was being streamed or broadcast, having a shot clock on that. But it's just with this many nice bank shots.
Yeah, what a great out. I mean, we're talking about shot clock, but Clay making that incredible shot on the 8 ball on the side, and then Melissa with the bank shot on the 9. I mean, these guys are they're pulling out all the stops right now.
This has been a grind, and that's why it looks like it's about ready to be 4-3. This is no 50, but I might be able to play it. 4-3. What a battle both teams have been.
What an incredible out. I mean, Clay just had the edge of that 8 ball, drills it in the side pocket,
With 5 real cue ball.
and then Melissa with the bank. Yeah, I mean,
We're back on serve. They had actually, Su Chang and Justin had broke serve, and they got it right back.
Table 56, Justin Hodge, Robert Carter.
Justin Lee rocking the EvoSports jersey there.
I like it.
EvoSports, a player-run live stream system, fully automated. We install these systems into bars and pool halls. Players can literally walk
Table
up,
74.
use the tablet that's provided, just type in their name and their race link, and the camera automatically turns on, and it automatically starts a stream on YouTube that you can share with your friends and family. Super fun. Live streaming for, like I say, live streaming for dummies, right? It's like you don't have to have any technical
Yes.
knowledge to live stream a match. You just use the tablet, type in your name.
I've had people ask me if I've done live streaming at my home table. I'm like, I don't know how any of that works.
It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, you got to put a lot of, learning into using software and overlays and all that stuff. Not everybody has the time to, spend 50 hours to watch
Yeah.
a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do it.
And you guys are offering the ability to do that just right out of the box. That's what
Yeah, it's plug and play.
you said I'm going to have a conversation with you about that and possibly put one in my house.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see some of the action matches. I know you've got that beautiful room with a 9-foot diamond.
And I play Daniel Sardancilio every week at my place.
Yeah, that'd be great. man.
Oh, no justice on a really nice shot.
Clay's gonna his jump cue out. Melissa, sorry, that was Clay that did that. So Melissa's gonna have her jump cue out, I assume. I don't see any other way but to
No.
jump.
Yeah, there's
Where's the 2 ball gonna go after the hit? That's the.
I call the 8 ball here, just kind of an in case.
Yeah, I think that's the most logical call. I don't think it's a high
I
probability
don't think
because
so either.
I think that the 2 clips off the 10, and that doesn't really send it back to the. But sure, yeah, call the 8. Yeah, I think that was a good hit. No reward.
Interesting layout from here. Once you get the 3 down, the shooting a 4-8, obviously. The 4, 5, 6 are all right by each other. 7's up table, so if you can get on the 7 good, you should be out. 9 and 10. Good speed. Very nice touch on it.
Thank goodness. Stop shot is really what we need. You don't have to.
You don't need to get crazy.
Yeah, you could draw it back, but you don't have to. So it's
Yeah.
like that. I'm always a fan on the 7-foot table. Don't do too much.
I was just going to say, on the 7 foot, there is no really long shot, so you just take the stop shot.
Right. It's guaranteed. Sometimes you try to draw it, it gets some money on you.
Or you miss your shot because you overcorked it.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever done it.
So on this one, he's got to be real careful that he doesn't pocket both balls because that cue ball is going to come back kind of up table a little bit,
Mhm.
right? He wants that 4 to sit there so that he can play that for the 5, position on the 5.
I think he's going to get this really soft.
I do too.
Super soft.
It's smooth.
There's a lot of maybe outside just a little. Yeah, that would go well. And that's a shot that I've struggled with. I've really been trying to work on my game is that really soft, delicate shots.
Especially those with some side spin, right? Because it's going to pull that ball over,
Yes.
and it's really hard to gauge exactly
Bill
how
goes to
much
3,
it's going to
and he goes
move.
to 4 on second 49.
Shots that take a lot of experience and feel.
Yes.
So he wants a little angle on this. That was good. I like that.
Real good. Now you just come into the short rail straight up cable.
Yeah, a simple stun off the bottom rail, and it brings it back to right where the tip of this cue was. Yes.
I see Su Cheng does that a lot too. You kind of almost see where he's going to be next because he shows us.
He's telling us this is where he wants his cue. That's I think where he pointed.
Right in that area.
Let's see if we can get to my circle. Always like it when I draw a circle and just land the cue ball right in the center of it.
It's still a very good shot. Just got to avoid the 9 ball now, so as long as they don't put a whole lot of left on this, it should be nice. Let the stroke out a little bit. He left him a little more angle than he would have liked, but Su Cheng should be much better. Boy, he hit that sweet. Look at that shape. Stop shot away from being out.
Beautiful. And these guys are just going blow for blow here. I mean, it's a knockdown, drag out fight.
Yeah.
And
You kind of expect that at the elite level, though.
nobody's had a
Close
2-game
matches.
lead.
Yeah. How was it playing with Dan Louis? The guy's such an awesome guy, just all the way around.
Oh, it's amazing. Dan Louis is a fantastic player and person. Very knowledgeable, and I appreciated being able to really learn a lot. I was soaking in the information because he is, a wealth of knowledge. So we didn't, we weren't one of those teams that has a conference on every shot because that's just annoying.
Yes.
We don't need to do that. But whenever there was something a little bit difficult or there was multiple options, I typically kind of came over to him and said, here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? And he'd give me a couple of different perspectives, but then let me make my decision. Here's some things you could consider. Do what feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a good way to coach somebody. I'm about 100 points lower than him. So he doesn't want to tell me something that might be out of my range. So just kind of telling me what he sees and then let me make the decision. And he's okay with that. So it's good to, you don't want to have, I don't think it's good to have a partner who's a lot higher than you in rating that wants you to always listen to them and take their shot because that's not how it works, right? If I'm not comfortable with it, it's not the right shot.
Absolutely.
Even though it might be the right shot, it might not be the right shot for me to take because I don't feel comfortable with it. Or maybe I don't understand it.
And if you're not comfortable or you don't feel confident in the shot, there's no point in taking it. Your odds of making it are much less when it's a shot you're not comfortable or confident shooting.
Oh, yeah.
I've had friends that have taken lessons from him who have just said it's been an amazing amount of knowledge that he was able to give them.
For sure.
Melissa with another really good break. I think he can cut this one.
He plays in the corner.
Oh wow, what a stroke! They have to bank this. Yeah, see if they get the angle this time.
Yeah, I think they kind of do. It's not an easy cut. I think it's a much easier bank shot than it is a cut shot.
Pointed at the pocket, she was going to bank it.
Yeah.
And we've already seen she did that pretty well in the
Oh yeah.
a couple of racks ago.
BELVOIR and RUSHTON are one of the few Jack and Jill teams in this elite Scotch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the only division where it's not required that you do Jack and Jill.
Right.
Like it had eyes. She's going to give him a shot at the 3.
That's a little unfortunate. She hit that real good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice bank, and she gets around the 10 ball with the cue ball and comes around. It was very unfortunate. She hit that really well. Just goes another roll. Yeah, with Jack and Jill, Scotch, it's hard at the elite level to have Jack and Jill because there's just very limited options. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of female players, maybe let's say above the 550 range. And so most of them are going to get partnered up with platinum or silver. So elite kind of has to be genderless just because of the availability of players that fit that. So this worked out. I mean, how good did Clay hit that? He gets out of the jam and
Table 65, Jason Bennett at
Justin
lead
now
row.
a good hit on 3.
Jason goes to 5, Lee goes to 3 on table 65.
Melissa and Clay get rewarded for that great shot from Clay. Melissa says, thanks for picking me up. Let's get back on track.
Yeah. Go forward, try to get 4 into the corner.
You can't tell me
Oh,
this
she's going down to
She
I
kept-
think she wanted to go into the side pocket.
Yeah, she did. She put a lot more mustard on that than she wanted. I think Clay might be looking for the combo on the 5 here.
Yeah, these little 7-footers are super speedy here. All these nice 7-foot diamond tables that are here for us this week. It's a good.
Table 59,
Get
Dylan
rewarded.
Huppenstein.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate.
Close 1 to 4 on table
Just
59.
rested right.
So Clay dug Melissa out of a jam earlier in this rack, and now Melissa has to repay the favor and say, all right, my turn to get you out of trouble.
This is a tough one, just because there's not a lot of room to hide.
I think you can maybe thin off the ball. You could thin off the edge of that and maybe get in, but then you're risking a scratch and all kinds of bad things can happen. You're not getting separation like you really want. So
The best bet may actually be to just thin the edge of it and shoot it soft into the long rail to our right and leave the cue ball there and then the 4 ball on the short rail. I mean, it's an easy hit, but potty.
Is that where you're from?
So your cue ball has to be perfect. Yeah, the room behind the 10 to kick in the back side of it. I think 10 was in the way. Yep, she does. Oh, wow. The thing is, I've watched Melissa play quite a bit, and right now I bet she's frustrated with herself for not making that kick as difficult as it was.
she has high expectations of her abilities. I know I had her on my Chalkbox live stream, man, a couple years ago now. She played Marcello Girardi,
Okay.
and she did not play well.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she was disappointed. You know, after I was talking to her, she was really not happy about it.
Yeah.
You know. Marcello played incredibly well, also. To her defense, didn't miss much.
The Italian stallion, Marcello Girardi.
Yeah, I kind of called him that, and I said, well, doesn't Rocky Balboa
Yeah.
already have that locked up?
Yeah.
We need a new nickname for Marcello. That's too easy.
Yeah, it's a gimme. It's a layup.
But does anything rhyme with Italian
Not for-
besides
yeah.
Italian? Is that the only word in the English language that rhymes with Italian? All right, back to the game. Chu Cheng and Justin
Beautiful
looking
shot.
to take the lead and have 2 games in a row, which is the max that either team has gotten. And it's just, like I said, it's broken down. It's like you go up one and we're tied. And we go up one and then we're tied. And you go up one, we're tied. And then eventually it's hill we're just going to play one rack for all the marbles. And,
But it's been good safety play and good cue ball all the way around by both teams. So
yeah, I'd love to get the EvoSports on in your room there, in your personal room. We would certainly do that. We have a residential product. And the other cool thing to mention is that if you want to have somebody commentate your match, you can bring in a remote commentator from anywhere in the world. And they don't need to install any complicated software. It's just a link. You would send them a link, and they click on it on their laptop, and they can be live in your match and commentating on screen, just like we're doing. Their name pops up on the top right
that
of the
is so
screen.
cool.
And they could be in Tahiti. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Are you looking at maybe reaching out to some of the Jeremy Jones and those types of guys that do a lot of commentating to see if it's something they'd be interested in?
Yep. That's on our roadmap. So a commentator marketplace is something that is on our roadmap. We don't really have a date set for it, but where you can hire a commentator for your match. So say you have maybe a big money match that you've got scheduled for Friday night or whatever, and we would have a list of commentators that are available on certain days, and they have certain rates that they would charge, and then you could literally just book them and pay for their time and their services.
That would be so neat to get a match commentated by somebody like Jeremy Jones or Mark Williams, those guys that we all watch on YouTube and whatnot. That would be so neat.
It's kind of like, Uber, right? Where, they can just put when they're ready, when they're available, they can put it in and say, these are the hours I'm available or whatever. Here's what I want to charge.
Like I said, I'd be willing to pay a pretty good chunk of money to have a match of mine commentated by Jeremy.
I think that'd be pretty cool too. Certainly bucket list kind of thing, right? You'd have different levels too of commentators and different
absolutely.
personalities and styles, and we kind of think that maybe there'll be a rating system for these where you could kind of rate them on personality, knowledge, humor, these kinds of things. And maybe you want somebody who's real serious and doesn't tell a lot of jokes, or maybe you want somebody who's just a kind of a whatever. So maybe you can kind of have some choices.
Absolutely.
Or you can just have your buddy do it. For free.
Well, there is that. You ever listen to Earl commentate?
Oh yeah.
He does give out a lot of knowledge when he's talking, which I think is cool.
Sure.
Yeah. But it is Earl. In all fairness, I spent like 8 hours with him down in Vegas a couple of years ago hitting balls. Wealth of knowledge, extremely intelligent, and there was none of the craziness that you see in some of his matches.
Yeah. Outside of the table, he's a super nice guy. I've had lots of conversations with him. He's a really nice guy. But he just is so incredibly competitive.
Oh my goodness!
That when he's in a match, he just can't control himself. It's just there's no. He doesn't have any filter.
Nope. No, that.
It doesn't matter. You could be 5 rows back in the crowd. He's talking to you.
Oh, absolutely.
He's telling you what he's thinking. And the crowd loves it, though.
I think they really do, and I think honestly, from the spectator side of things, pool is most popular, like the Moscone, the crowd's really involved. There's a lot of cheering and there's, interaction that we don't see. That was a great shot.
At Clay.
Oh, is that Clay?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I know where you're going with what you're saying. Is sort of like, people talk about Earl's antics. And some people hate it, and some people love it. But at the end of the day, it brings the crowd in because when Earl's playing in a tournament, everybody flocks to the table. They want to see the train wreck.
Absolutely.
They want to see him, go off.
Absolutely.
And is that good for the sport? Well, if it brings people in and they want to watch it and it's entertaining for them, then they'll say, yeah. Is John McEnroe good for tennis? Well, it was good for tennis.
Absolutely it was.
It boosted their ratings.
Significantly,
So, I mean, love him or hate him, is it good for ratings? Is it good for the game? Does it bring in more sponsors? What?
And ultimately that's what we're looking for is more sponsors and more recognition for the game. And that's what people like over the ring. I've talked to my friends when we were watching pool. I say things like, wouldn't it be cool for like the U.S. Open if they had Joe Rogan and Earl Strickland on? Because Joe Rogan is a huge fan of pool, and obviously he's got a big following. Even if they had to mortgage something to pay Joe Rogan to come and do the U.S. Open, the views would skyrocket just because Joe Rogan's there.
Right.
And I think that would be really good for pool.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get Joe Rogan as a commentator on the EvoSports Marketplace. Who knows?
Heck yeah.
Might be a little higher price. There'll be a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum.
Platinum, yeah. I've not met Joe Rogan, but he seems like an all right guy. Yeah, I would love to play in a set.
Yeah. So Melissa left him kind of straight on this 9-ball. He's going to have to put a little bit of draw into it and leave a little longer 10-ball. Perfectly done.
Yeah, he hit that so nice.
Yeah, he got as good as he could have.
And you see a player of that caliber, you see how easy they hit the ball and get the movements that they get to the ball. They're not having to force it. It just kind of naturally comes because their stroke is good.
Right. Yeah. If you're not stroking through the ball, you have to hit it harder to get the action to stick. If you're stroking through the ball, you're staying down, you don't have to hit it very hard.
Absolutely.
The action to work.
Yeah. That was the one thing working with Darren that he showed me. It's about hitting the cue ball a certain way in a certain position that you don't have to crush it to get it to do what you want it to do. Because obviously the softer you hit a ball, the more accurate you are. And the pocket will accept the ball a little bit more if you aren't perfect. And so that was a really big help to my game, was learning that doing so much more with the cue ball without having to hit it.
Right.
And for us lower players, and somebody like me who's not really, I'm fairly still new into the game, you don't understand that until it's shown to you in the way that it's shown.
Well, I got to tell you, talking about your game, I've seen such a tremendous improvement over the last year and a half in your game from what it was a year and a half ago to what it is today. And I think that has a lot to do with the amount of time that you spend getting coaching and lessons. You've got Daniel coming over every week. You've got Darren Appleton, giving you coaching and advice coming over to your house. And that's invaluable, man. I mean, that's stuff that takes you years to learn on your own. And, so I'm just giving you that compliment that,
thank you. I appreciate that.
I've seen a huge improvement in your game, and I think it's going to continue to develop as you true up that execution, and you're getting that knowledge side down really good.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I have such a passion for the game that when I go and practice, it doesn't seem like practice or work for me. And that really helps. It does help that I work from home.
Yeah.
So I can get a little bit more free time for that. Another player break.
Yeah. But yeah, it's it's the execution side is the practice, right?
Yes.
The knowledge and the learning is the lessons, right? But then it's like you can't take a guitar lesson and then be a guitar player. You have to take the lesson and then you have to put in the work.
Absolutely.
You have to practice every day and do your scales, do your finger exercises, do all that stuff, and then you can perform.
Absolutely. I read something, I don't even remember where I read it at, but it was trophies are won in the practice room. You just go to the tournament to collect.
Yeah, I like that.
And-
I've seen that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that, you know. And obviously, like I said, I started much later in life than most pool players, so I'm coming in so late. And you know, the one thing that I do have is that I have a very good work ethic and I work very hard. So I'm trying to catch up for 20 years of not playing as other players have.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is just to keep putting in more work.
Now, were you not playing at all, or did you play like sometimes? You know,
If I went to a bar, I'd bang balls around. We had a neighbor when I was 5 or 6 and had a pool table. And the only reason I remember is because they had red cloth, and I was like, kind of cool. And she'd let us smack balls around on our table. And from that point in my life, I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. I had a love for it. But we moved around a lot when I was a child, and so I didn't really grow roots anywhere, so to speak. And I started working early. I got a job when I was 14. And so I didn't have a lot of free time to play pool, but whenever I would go somewhere that had a table, I'd smack balls around and stuff like that. And watched a lot of pool on ESPN back in those days, you know, when they would actually play it. And so I've always loved the game and enjoyed hitting balls whenever I was someplace I could do it, but I had never been able to take it serious, or had obviously never taken a lesson. And so when I bought my home about 5 years ago, it has a giant man cave. You've seen it. And it was like, I didn't know anything about what to buy, so I actually went to Golden West and I bought one of their in-house brand pool tables. It was an 8-footer. And just loved it. Played 7-8 hours a day for like 6 months. And thought, you know what, I'm going to go try and play some of these tournaments. I actually went down to Legends there in Portland for a U.S. Open qualifier, which is brilliant when you've got 6 months experience. And it was all on the 9-foot diamonds, and I'd never even seen a diamond table. It was like incredible how they played.
Yeah.
And the speed, and how the rails reacted. I went home and I actually told my girlfriend, I said, I've got to buy a 9-foot diamond.
Okay.
And she's like, you've had this pool table less than a year and you're going to replace it with a $10,000 table? So I agreed I'd wait a little longer, and I waited about 3 weeks and I bought a 9-foot diamond.
You know, the hardest thing about being a pool player later in life, like competitive pool player later in life, is that you build up all these bad habits over many, many years. It's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can. It just takes those grooves are grooved so deeply for so many years of those bad habits, getting up or moving, you know, elbows, position, and just your stance, the whole thing. And when you're under pressure, you tend to go back to those old bad habits until you remark the grooves in the record.
Yes.
With practice the right way. That's hard to do. It's much easier to start out as a new young pool player and get lessons and learn the right way originally.
Absolutely.
So a very unfortunate dry break from Melissa.
I was a rare dry break from Melissa.
Yeah. And she's just happened to leave the one ball perfect from the side. And this is a really nice layout.
Yeah, 1 to the 2 is easy. 2 to the 3 would be the only place I see any trouble.
That's the key right here, is you want to get the right angle on the 2. And I think that you want to try to get as straight on the 2 as possible, so that you can draw back into that open area by the 3 and not try to go into or around any of those landmines over there.
The 8-9 are huge where it sits right now.
Okay, so he's given him an angle. I wonder if he's going to be able to avoid the 10 to come to the bottom rail and back out.
I still draw this with low left to try to go into the long rail and bring the cue ball out about 3 feet to the left of where it is now, so you can play the 3 into the corner. Just because I don't want to hit the 10 ball, the 9 or the 8.
Gotta say, using low, you're really risking getting behind something. He's using top.
He must have a different angle than I could see.
Yeah, he's going to avoid the 10, it looks like.
Su-Chang shooting.
Yeah, he didn't avoid the 10, but he still gets okay on the... Yeah, no, this is not okay, actually, because now the 7 ball is in play. Cut on the 3, that 7 is going to take the cue ball right to the scratch. And I think Justin either is going to back cut this 3. Yeah, he's looking at the back cut.
Yeah, the back cut's the only shot that I see that's reasonable.
And
not
then
a risk.
Your reward is potentially a 410.
410, yep.
You know, so making this shot and coming into the 8 ball or the 9 ball will give you position on the 410.
If I'm Su Chang, I'm just telling him make the ball because you should have at least some look at the ball. Worry about the sink.
You don't want to miss that shot.
Yes. And he'd have
And
had
then,
the
did he
410,
scratch?
I think.
Did he scratch too? I can't tell.
No,
he
it came
didn't.
out.
It didn't.
Mm.
I don't think it really matters. I think that this rack is going to go to Melissa and Clay because that was a must-make shot for Justin.
Yeah. And like I said, that's why as your partner, you say, hey, just make the ball. Focus on that. Don't worry about shape because that's a very, very tough shot under pressure.
It was high risk, high reward.
Yes.
Sort of make that shot and win the rack, or
Clay's going to go just the edge and then with a short rail.
Yeah, I think we do have an X on that one.
nice and easy.
Yeah.
I want to get behind the
Yeah. And the one thing I noticed is you watch all of these players in the shoot, they're usually coming into the line of the shot for the next ball, and that's so big. I think this one's all but over.
And keeping the trend to continuing the trend.
Yep. Yeah, she's good.
It's like tied, they're up one. Tied, we're up one. Tied, they're up one. This is as close as a match as you could possibly get. It's just nobody has had it after 11 completed racks. Nobody has had a 2-game lead the entire match.
I honestly feel I kind of expected it with these two teams.
Yeah.
Just both of them have exceptionally good players.
Right back.
Alrighty. Patrick has stepped away for a moment, so just me, Ed Caulfield, for a moment. We got the break going on. Let's see, 2, 3. Got a dry break. Got a good opening shot at the 1, the 2, and the 3 are all pretty good position. 4 is open, so if it gets from the 3 to the 4, 5 goes to the side. I believe the 8 actually clears down to the corner, so this could be a table run since it's coming off a dry break. It'll be all about the cue ball from here on out. A little uncomfortable bridging over that ball with Clay shooting fine.
Right here, Nick.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Got a dry break and a easy opening shot on the 1, and this literally is almost connect the dots down to the 8. If they can get good off the 7 to the 8, I think they're running the track.
Yeah, the 8 ball is the problem child.
And it's, like I said, it's not really that big of a problem where the 7 is sitting. As long as they get on the underside of the 7. The 3 to the 4 could get a little funky, but other than that, like I said, the 6 to the 7 is the key shot to get on the 8 ball.
They're asking Aaron Moss to remove the rack. He's going to perform the rackectomy.
Hey, he's the referee with the best hair in the division.
Yeah. And it looks like he's got like a hairnet thing going on. He doesn't want to get any hairs on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want any of those long, wiry gray hairs landing on the table. Okay, so back cut on this 3. He's got to avoid the 7 here.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted to be on the rail, but when she shot it, she wanted to leave it a little bit less than that. But I think he's okay. Clay shoots well enough.
All right,
He's
guys,
bounced
need
between
more
the
to
6
fill
and
this in ball machine.
Or does he draw? I was going to say, does he jack up and draw this and bring it back to the other side of 6? Can he
Wow,
do that?
that was a surprise.
Yeah, I think it was hard to get the action because he was jacked up,
Yeah.
right? And so you got to put low, you got to get way lower on it when you're jacked up.
I think the jump cue comes out here.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to come into the 6 there and have a look at the 4. So
That makes things interesting. But if she can pot this 4 and stop the cue ball there, I do not know how people can shoot with a hoodie. Okay, so she's not going to jump the ball. She's not getting it.
Why? What's the hoodie?
I don't like things on my arms, and especially something that hot. It's muggy in here. I'd be sweating to death. I can't even play with a long sleeve shirt. Going for the kick. I'm really surprised she's not going for a jump.
Well, it's a tough jump. Get over both those balls, land, and keep the cue on the table. Whereas the kick is more of a certainty that you're gonna good hit, but she did get the good hit.
Yeah, not a good hit.
A lot of love on it. And Justin Lee coming to the table.
No, I think it's shoe change.
Oh, is it shoe change? Oh, okay.
He's
We've got a
just
crowd of people over here, so it's really hard to see through this crowd. I mean, we got about must be 15 spectators just hanging around watching the action.
this is a good one to watch.
So watching on our phones is just not good enough to see it live.
Oh, live is always much better.
Yeah.
Suchang dialed in here. He's like a machine.
Shape 5, outside,
In ball.
around that 6 ball.
Table 46, Randy Harris and Jacob Newell. 12.4.
Excellent shot. And again,
Table
correct
45,
side.
Eric Salmon.
The correct side is the 5 ball.
12.4.
To help Justin to get over to the 6.
Table 44, Don
Justin
Brett.
and Suchang played together before.
Yeah, they're pretty familiar. I don't know if they've played Scotch doubles before, but they're very
Table
familiar.
43, Chris Parker and Josh
Look at
Wheeler.
this. Nice.
Josh goes to 5.
They seem to be
Chris
really
goes
in
to 3.
line. They have a lot of respect for each other, and that's important in Scotch.
When they trust each
No,
other's game.
Yeah, there's no egos here between these two. There's no attitudes or anything, so
Yeah, it's funny.
no drama.
I played Scotch with Daniel once, and we did okay, but we're so different in our approach to the game that we didn't do as well as I thought we were going to. And we're playing with Eddie Mataya. We always play super well together. Just something about our games mesh really well. And I think it's because I took lessons from Eddie for so long.
Yeah.
And Daniel and our game didn't mesh very well.
Check
Nice.
that up with inside. That's a hard
That's
shot.
a very
guys.
hard shot.
You know, he make that look really easy, but that is a very hard shot to execute because he's hitting it slow with a lot of spin. And just, there's so much movement
Terry
to
Mason
take
and
into
Joe
consideration of
Costa.
how it's going to spawn back.
12.4.
And
Mild stun run through. Oh, wow. He hit it great. I thought he was going.
yeah, short side for the 8, got perfect, but it doesn't fall.
Table 67.
That was a perfect line to get short side on that.
12.4.
Yeah, I think people see certain cool shots and don't realize how difficult they are, especially if they don't play. And I think that's why you don't see a lot of mainstream taking off of people watching the pool because they don't understand how difficult it is.
So play eye and up the jump. He's got to do the up and down fairly quickly. This is one where that cue ball is very easy to take off the table.
Or follow that 7 ball right in.
Exactly. There's about 1,000 ways you can scratch foul on this, and yeah, so
He's going for the kick.
I don't blame him.
I don't either.
I don't like those kind of shots. Okay, wow, man,
And he's going to get enough. Yeah, Melissa's got that.
that was a great shot.
Good shot.
Because that ball was buried in the hole. I mean, he came rail first too, and it's hard to hit that ball rail first a lot of times. You'll miss it.
You see, for me, I'm not worried about the jump, keeping the cue ball on the table on that one. So like I said, I jumped pretty well. But getting back on that 8's next to impossible with a jump shot like that. Whereas the kick, you see where he left that really well off of the kick.
There you are.
Whereas I jumped that in, the cue ball's in the sim lane there, and now they've got a very difficult bank on. Spins that in.
Are we going to see the first 2-game lead of the match?
I think we are. Let's not commentate first this
Well,
bad
yeah,
boy,
it's
but
not, yeah, he's got to put some insight on this. I'm pretty sure this is flat enough to where the inside is the right play.
yes, should come off just between the two diamonds and shoot straight back up towards that 10.
And even if you get it up to where the spot is, look at all that. Man,
Perfect.
jeez, that was so much inside. He got it to an unmissable position.
That was a really nice shot. That play.
Yeah.
I struggled with that shot for so long until I figured out how to actually hit it. Just went dogging ball after ball after ball, trying to figure out how to hit it inside like that.
Great. Okay.
Two-game lead.
The first
Incredible.
2-game lead of the match. And it goes to BELVOIR and RUSHTON. It's coming at the end of the match. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
when do you turn it on at the end? Yeah. I mean, it's
and they're breaking. You know, although, have we had a break and run yet?
I don't think
don't
we've
think
seen.
we have.
Yeah, we have not seen any break-in runs, which is a little unusual for the caliber of these players. But it's also due to the, there's a bit of a luck factor on the break too.
Oh, absolutely, especially with 10 ball. You know,
Yeah, get that shape on the first ball.
if this was a 9 ball, we'd have seen several break and runs.
Probably, yeah. It's certainly more common with 9 ball.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that 1 ball makes that much of a difference, but it really
It
does.
does. That's why I actually prefer now when I'm playing, whether it's action or not, 9 on the spot and breaking out of the box, because it lessens the break and runs.
I was going to say that looked like that cue ball was tracking in the corner pocket. And
Another good break by Melissa. She's had 1 break that was dry in all the breaks. She's done really well.
so pay attention where this 10 ball is sitting and the 6 being right next to it. I don't think that we're going to get to the 6. I think
the 5-10. Yeah.
Yep. I think that's going to be the way that the game ends if nothing changes over there is going to be the 5-10 combo. So you got the 1, the 2, and then the 5-10.
Yep.
That's your pattern.
It's always easier when it's a short pattern like that.
3 shots. You have to execute 3 shots.
Yep.
And then you got a 3-game lead. And you're on the hill with a huge, really a huge lead that the other team has to win the first streak.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a safety?
I think he called the bank.
Holy smokes, he did.
What a
And
shot.
What a shot going around the 5 ball. And he made that bank to get the shape for the 2 that gets on the 5 to go with the 5-10. What an incredible. Hold on. I'm going
He
to
didn't call it. He didn't call that.
What?
Justin's at the table.
No.
Unbelievable.
Way. He didn't call it?
Oh my goodness. He called
He
the 10 and the side.
We heard. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Holy smokes, what a turn of events, because he literally got the absolute perfect
Oh, yeah.
shape to get the 2 ball in and then have the 5-10 combo. Oh man, that is painful.
Yeah, those are brutal right there. Yeah, this one he just hold. Yep, don't do anything crazy.
Yeah, so he's got Shu Chang on the rail, but this is the guy that you
Yeah.
want shooting this shot.
Absolutely.
Shu Chang CHAO. Definitely favor him.
Unreal. It's going to be 7-6.
This would be a much easier shot if that cue ball's not on the rail. You know, if it just came up an inch or
Yep.
2, it's a straight in shot. Being on the rail and having that little angle, a little funny.
I still favor Suchek. And he buries it. What a turn of events. Unbelievable. I honestly did not see that coming.
Yeah, so I mean, that was what a turn. I mean, from going to be 2 games, having a 3-game lead and being on the hill,
Yeah.
to now a 7-6 race.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Massive difference.
Unreal. I'm just very surprised. And the way Clay hit that ball, I honestly thought he was banking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him for calling the 10 there.
No,
Try to end the game on that one shot. Because it was probably easier to pocket the 10 than it was to play the bank on the 1, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, because the 10 was, for all intents and purposes, hanging in the pocket.
Yeah.
I don't bank well enough that I would have felt comfortable doing that, but I probably wouldn't have tried to bank on the 1 either.
Wow. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Justin with a... Okay, now, are we going to see a 3-foul attempt?
I'm almost positive.
I think so. Clay's going to take that ball in hand and thin this 1 ball and come around the back of the pile. And,
oh, goodness.
Drama, man. We've got drama.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm Su Chang, I blast through the middle of the rack.
Well, it depends on how good he gets the safety. Now, because he got here, I don't know about that, because Shu Chang has this, the
1 rail.
But you have to hit this at a very high speed to get something to go to a rail afterwards.
Yeah.
Right? But if it is there, I might take a stab at this. If you miss it, you could be stuck. But as long as you come into the ball, you're going to break the balls up, even if you don't hit the 1. As long as you do come into something in that pile, you're going to loosen it up and make it to where it's going to be a little more difficult for him to try to get you on 3. I'm going for this. I'm going for the hit here.
Hit it. Oh, he's calling something. Too.
Yeah, it's like
a 2-ball.
Yeah, it's like a 1 pocket rack, right, where you're trying to find the little intricate combos that are inside the stack. And he's called something in the bottom left corner. I don't know what it was.
Could be the 4-ball. He's being rude and standing right in front of us.
Yeah. Now, had Clay gotten that ball right here, I think that you're going to see what you said, which is just bust up the rack.
They have to go through the middle of it.
Right. You don't want to be on 2 and have it all still tied up. If you're going to be on 2, you want to have everything open so it's harder for them to play a safety.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he called the 4-ball. The 4 or the 6, one of those 2 he called at this point.
It's got to be the 6, because the 6 would play off the 4 into 4. Wouldn't that be something?
The way this match has gone, it would not surprise me. He hit it.
He got the hit, and look at this. Okay, we are back in the booth.
Technical difficulties
Yeah,
avoided.
we just realized we didn't have the right microphone settings. So you guys probably weren't really hearing us that great before. Apologize about that. But we're back on, and we will commentate the rest of this match in much higher quality audio than the MacBook microphone that was defaulted to. We didn't realize that, so.
Regardless, it's been a heck of a good match.
It really has, and there's more drama to come, I would assume.
This is still an ugly rack all the way around. It'll open up once they get rid of the floor ball.
And he's going to have to go 3 rails with a lot of inside, 3 rail position on the floor. This is something Xu Chang is very good at. Shooting over the 9 ball, this is no picnic.
Table 60, Anthony Derrick and Jeff Hayes. Anthony goes to 5, Jeff goes to 4.
Oh, he miscued. Well, he's going to get
And
the
he
ball to go
still
down.
made it. And he got
He's
shape
got
too.
shape.
How in the world was that possible?
AJ Sumner.
How does he miscue and still make the ball and get shape? He's laughing over there. They're both chuckling about it.
Sweet stroke,
you-
Chang.
You don't see that very often. Kids don't try this at home.
Yeah, that's not something you want to give a whirl at.
I'll bet Darren Appleton doesn't teach you that one.
No, that's not part of the lesson plan that I was in. Oh, and he avoids the scratch.
This is getting crazy, guys. All right, let's
He-
settle
he's
down.
made
Let's
getting
settle
on the-
down a bit. Settle down.
Made getting on the 6 a little more interesting, that's for sure.
I like how he can kind of laugh it off afterwards. You know, this cue, make the ball, get shape. All right. What's next? Ton of inside here. That miscue's probably still in his mind.
No kidding. He hits it right though and gets on the 6. It's opened up.
Oh,
Well, that makes it fun.
frozen, almost frozen, maybe something like that. But it's really locked up to that 5. I'm thinking if you can, I like thinning off the edge of this 5, bringing the cue ball out this
Mhm.
way, right?
Yep.
Now,
It's that or go the other way and call the 8.
because you have just so many blockers, but you got to watch for this window right here. This is a big window to the 5. If you play that safety, you have to either get behind the 7 or behind the 9-10. You don't want to catch that window.
Yeah.
You will sell out a shot on the 5 if you play that safety. I think that's really your only option here. I don't know, unless you see something else, Ed.
No, I agree with you. And honestly, I'm going to hit this one a little bit swifter because I want to avoid that window.
And you might just call the 5 in case it plays off the 6. And you're going to call the 5 here because it could pocket the 5. I don't think you really want to.
No, not if you can. Did that catch a rail? The 6 might have.
Yeah, it did catch the rail. I was curious about the double hit, but there was no ref on site for that one. So, not a foul.
Interesting position. I mean, it's pretty safe. 8 balls in the way for a kick. And the 7 balls locked up and up anyways. And bend it.
Justin's going to sit up on the table and elevate and pull one of these little horseshoe masse moves out and misses.
This is no bargain.
No, because even if you make the hit, there's a good chance you're going to sell out. And I don't even know if he's going to call a ref on himself. You see this?
Yeah.
He's calling a ref on himself. I love that.
That's integrity right there, and I like seeing it.
Yeah, I think I do that too if it's close, because I just don't want to have a disagreement with somebody afterwards. I'd rather just have the ref figure, watch it, rather than leave the door open for a dispute.
Yes. And I have said many times for my personal self that
Yeah, here we go. Clay's looking to see if it's frozen.
my reputation is not worth the loss of a 40.
So Aaron Moss back here. He's like, how many times you guys going to call me over here? He's going to have to start charging him rent.
So if it's frozen, now he's got to get a rail with the cue ball.
We don't know if it's frozen, but they do. They all looked at it. Aaron Moss looked at it. And
It doesn't matter.
that's kind of the outcome I was expecting because it's going to squirt on you when you coming down on it like that.
Yep.
It was so close to the 7. I just didn't see how he was going to avoid.
Well, and with his newer cloth, it's still got enough slide in it. You can't really get the cue ball to grip right there that close to the ball. But I mean, there's nothing here either that's, simple.
Yeah. How's our audio sound now, guys? I haven't done a sound check. If you guys could let me know in the chat if you can hear us okay, that'd be good.
How many folks are we up to then?
Yeah, about 22.
Not too shabby for a Monday afternoon.
Yeah. We got all kinds of finals actions tonight. We're going to have the Elite Finals and the Gold Finals are going to be on Raw Hannah's On the Wire live streaming on his YouTube and Facebook channel. That's going to be tonight. And then on the EvoSports tables, we're going to have the remaining finals tonight for the Scotch Devils, which is going to be bronze, silver, and platinum. So
nice.
So if you guys know anybody that's going to be in the finals of any of those brackets, you can find all of the finals matches will be live streamed from this entire event. So,
Love seeing our sponsors out there. It's nice to see people supporting. Oh my goodness!
I don't expect Clay BELVOIR to do that, but
you expect me to do that. Nobody expects Clay to do that.
Yeah, he just, I think there was just a tiny bit of a double kiss on that 5 that pushed that cue ball over to that side pocket. I don't think that he wanted that. I think he wanted to come off it clean without double kiss and send the cue ball obviously up to the top of the table up there. What a big break for Shu Chang and Justin to try to get this thing to a tied game again.
Well, this has been a tough rack because it started with that miscue on the break, and they each attempted to 3-foul each other a couple of times, and they avoided it. So, very tough rack all the way around. Nice hit by Su Chang. Played that beautifully.
Justin a little steep on this 6 ball. Not sure if he's going to be able to hold it. I don't think he can for the short side on the 7, so he might want to try to play this off 2 rails and back to the other side of the 7 ball. Yep. I like it.
Smart shot. Just avoid that side pocket. Okay, he's fine. Got a nice little angle to float down underneath on the other side of the.
Yeah, this worked out really good.
With that shocking scratch from Clay, I was really surprised to see that.
God, we've seen so much just unpredictable drama in this match, but hey, that's amateur pool for you. That's why we love watching it. You watch pros play and there's no drama. I mean, it's just run out.
Break and run.
Yeah. You watch amateur pool, and even high level amateur. I call this high level amateur pool. Oh no, you get drama like this. You never know what's going to happen. I did not expect
Su Chang
to miss that 7 ball
shot. Yeah.
I mean,
did they get fortunate?
Yeah, but this is a very simple
1
rail or 2 rail kick, however you want to play it. I think you just go just right to here on the 2nd rail. You don't want to come. You don't want to come 1 rail into it because there's a high probability of following it in or getting corner hooked or something. This is all about the speed and the aim.
This rack alone has been just tension after tension.
Right? It's exhausting just watching.
Su Chang and
coming 1 rail and it's going to be short.
Oh, it went.
Wow. I thought it was going to be well short of it. It still grabbed it. Just barely. And perfect shape on the 8 ball. Wow.
That I did not expect to see that. When it hit that short rail, I figured she'd gone short.
Yeah, me too. No, I mean, we were halfway expecting her to take the 2nd rail on that. One rail works if you hit that side of it. Right on the perfect side of it.
Yep.
Just float up to the 10 in the bottom left corner. Man, what a big miss from Shu Chang.
Yeah, that's
really rough.
That was the opportunity to tie it at 7-7.
If they lose this match, I'm going to tell you, you're going to see Shu Chang on the practice table hitting that
Absolutely.
shot
Over and over and over.
and over.
Yep. I do the same thing if I miss a shot, something like that. That next practice round, it's just eating it into the head.
Stick with you.
Even if Su Chang and Justin go on to lose this round, which is obviously not over yet, they still have one more round left in the chamber. It's a double elimination event.
Right? Yep, they are still on the A side.
That was just unbelievable. That whole rack, what? Just great.
Just let you guys know, our finals matches tonight are scheduled. Looks like we've got bronze at 6 p.m. on the EvoSports table, silver at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. And platinum is going to be at the EvoSports tables. The On the Wire Raw Hannah live streaming table at table 9. They're going to have the elite finals and the gold finals up there. I don't know the times on those. They might be a little later because the division started a bit later. But all day today, all afternoon, this evening, you're going to be getting to see Scotch doubles finals. You can channel surf, watch your favorite team, see all the action.
Melissa gets another good break. Cue ball got kicked down table. No real shot at the one offensively that I can see. He might be able to combo the two, but I would doubt he's going to. I'm thinking he fins the left side of the one ball and brings the cue ball down table. There we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, just like I said, fins the left side. Oh, he didn't want to hit that 4-ball. That was definitely not in the plan. I don't think he gave up anything offensively, but you can obviously see the whole ball. No matter what happens, whether this is the last rack of this match or not, it has been one hell of a match all the way around. Both teams have played strong. Both teams have had a couple of shocking mistakes that I didn't expect. Su Chang is going 2 rails to the back side of it. Nope. Okay, he's changed his mind. He's going to go for the cross side bank. Probably will try to play this 2-way. Yes. That worked out pretty well. This is at the table taking a look at things. I think she's going to try to jump and call it. 3 ball. Oh, excuse me, folks. Long drive up here. She's been about 4 hours. Plenty of room to jump and land, so I she's able to hit this 1 ball. Ooh.
Table 47, Ken Woolsey and Colin Sue. Both going to 4 on table 47. Table 48, Francis Soto and Mick Johnson. Both going
Okay,
to 4
Justin's got a
on table
look at this 1 ball. Whether or not
Table
he
49,
almost just kind of
Justin
plays these stun
Fitzgerald,
shots, so
Kristen
you got to
Younger.
work it.
Both going to
Don't want to
4.
follow it too far. It's
On
not
table
going to be
49.
enough for sake of it. He just goes up ball with more.
Table 50, Tori Mario and Mario Mariani.
Got to hold that one.
Reeves, Mario
That's
goes
the
to
problem
4
with that shot,
on
though.
table
The more power you put into it, the less accuracy. I don't know if you can see enough of this one to pass to the 7 or if he's going to have to pick it. Fortunate thing is it is hanging in the pocket. You might be able to bend this around the 7 as well. Okay, let's see. But he's got his jump through, so he's going airborne on this. So it's hanging, so I think he's favored to make the 1 ball. Nice. And he's got it back enough. Should have a fairly decent shot at the 2. She's gonna a little bit of top, play this into the side pocket. She's just got to get past the 7 ball, so she's got to look at the 3. And she'd like to have a little bit of angle, so she can come back to the 4 ball now. Still having audio issues?
Yeah, just can't quite get it right. I don't know where the microphone is being picked up, but it's not coming through like I want it to. So and my tech support is on the table playing. So
See what happens with the tech support. Just no good.
yeah, so we'll just keep it going, and you get what you get here for right now. We'll get it cleaned up for tonight.
Nice little safety there by Melissa. CHAO's going to go rail first. You'll call this in the corner just in case. I think you'll hit it. The pot is, I'd say 50-50 from this type of position just because of the distance from the corner pocket. Xu Cheng kicks really well, and he's got good cue ball control, so he knows how much spin to put on this to be where he wants to go.
Yeah, I was going to say he has a chance to make that ball too.
Yeah, I figured 50-50 to make it. I was positive he did it. And he didn't sell anything out. This has just been a great match.
Get a new owner of this nice package.
Oh, he missed the kick. He was not expecting that. There's a ball in hand. This might be what they need to get things rolling. Sponsors out there. Alex Billiards out of Seattle. Very room I played it myself. Diamond does a great job with their tables. I own one. Joe's Glass. Haven't used him yet, but we just might. We'll see what happens on the drive home. Lippman Lights, who I really do like their lights. I do not have one. Mr. Lippman, if you're listening out there, Fort Worth Billiards and Chinook wins Casino and Result.
Speaking of Littman lights, I'm actually working with Mike Littman to produce a EvoSports version of the Littman lights. So we're building a prototype for it. It's going to have the EvoSports equipment built into the lights.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's a lot of sort of empty space in the middle of those lights
Yeah.
where it doesn't really have the area, and we can mount our Evo box, which is our mini computer that runs our technology, and camera.
Outstanding.
So you'll be able to order one of these lights and literally plug it in, turn on your tablet to control the live stream and start streaming your matches
Wow.
without even setting up anything really.
Any hardware at all?
Yeah,
Wow.
just plug and play.
Well, Mr. Littman, if you need somebody to test one of those,
we have an R&D. We have an R&D lab. It's called Colin's House. It's our R&D lab. Been working on it for a little while.
Obviously, you've got some intelligent people going through that.
Yeah.
I am not very good with that kind of stuff. Good shot. That's the stuff I do.
This is crucial.
No, they've got to have this.
Yeah,
This-
well,
yeah.
they got to have every game. 3 in a row. So it's right here.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? Nobody's won more than 2 back to back if they could win 3 in a row for the first time in the whole match.
Right at the end.
When it counts the most.
Drama. I wouldn't put it past these.
I wouldn't either.
These two can do it.
Absolutely. This is gut check.
Hey, what's up, Terry Anderson from Yakima? Hello, welcome.
Table 56, Dan Beltran and Carter. Both 1-4. Table 56.
He's hesitating a bit. I think he's really thinking hard about this one. Yeah, he had to put a lot of mustard on it. He couldn't play him.
Hey, what's up, Terry
I
Anderson?
think he's going to fall short. That was a tough shot for Suchang to try to get underneath that ball from there. But didn't want him shooting the 8-10 combo from that position. I was going to back check the side-to-side pocket. This is no picnic. This is tough. This is for all the marbles. So he did not leave him an easy shot. It does go, but this is tough. What a shot! Unbelievable. So you get paid. Very well done. You knew the cue ball was going to get loose from there. Suchang going for the bank. He is. Going on.
Table 38, Jeff Hayes.
Wonderful cut.
Valerio Diaz.
Just
Both 1-4.
Lots of drama towards the end.
Table
that
39,
cut on the 8 ball was
Steve
phenomenal.
Evans. Andy goes to 5.
Suchang
He
with the
goes to
bank.
3.
Bring it within a game, and they will be great.
Table 40, Celia Curry and Brett Sherman.
It went wide.
Celia goes to
He left
3.
tough.
Brett goes to 4 on table 40.
Melissa to take the test
Table
here. on the 10
41,
ball.
Chad Razwick and Joe
Oh, yeah,
Parkinson.
this is no, as
Chad goes
you
to
hear the
5,
pros say, this is
Joe
no
goes to
hanger.
3 on table 41.
Wow, what a great. But it would not surprise me in the least if Melissa just drills this in. And this will test your nerves.
It's more nervy when it's hill. It's nice when you have a couple of game
Yeah.
cushion. So it's like, okay, well, we can still get it. Chance to get it back if you miss.
Well, how's she gonna leave it? How's she gonna leave it?
Pretty tough.
Yeah, that's no hanger either.
So Justin to take this on. Does he like the cut or the bank? What do you think?
I cut this ball with a whole lot of outside. This is a shot actually Eddie Battaglia showed me how to make. And I hit it a lot more than I miss it. And it's all about how much spin you put on it. Yeah, we'll know soon which way he's going to go.
He's going in. He's doing the cut.
Yep. Now, your only concern of this is if you don't put enough spin on it, you'll go 2 rails into the corner pocket. Oh, he's cutting it the other way. Wow. I'm thinking back cutting.
No.
He's looking at the corner to our right.
Yeah, that's where I'm cutting it.
Oh no, I'm cutting it in the back corner.
Oh.
This corner here with a
Oh,
whole bunch
no,
of
no,
outside
no.
spin.
That's it's way easier to cut it to the bottom right. What do you think?
The scratch is bigger though, coming off that big rail straight back down at him in that pocket.
Oh,
Great
look at
shot.
that shot!
Oh my God!
Called a scratch in the side. Oh, that's brutal. And they're
What
calling it.
a
That's
match.
the game, guys. It's
That was
over.
insane.
BELVOIR and RUSHTON defeat CHAO, Justin Lee.
What a great match. I could see these two in the finals easily.
Yeah. Well,
What a
eventually.
great match.
All right. Well, thanks, Ed. I appreciate
You
the
bet.
help.
Thank you
And,
for having me.
Sorry, guys, about the audio issues. We'll try to get that cleaned up for the finals tonight. And, have a great night.
Wow.
Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe that went inside the pocket. This is it goes to the scratch. He put a ton of outside on it. That's what you said to do. But I thought you were saying put a ton of outside and cut it
I
here.
put a ton outside like that, cut it here. Because then my only concern is coming off of this rail, I want it to hit high, so it's down here. Yeah, that's just like I said, Eddie taught me that shot. I've used it a bunch to back cut it.